Chapter 629. The Spirit Clarity Pill was of a much higher grade than the Heavenly Soul Pill. Its main medicinal effect was to remove the demonic aura, restore the clarity of the soul, and increase the strength of wisdom. After Yang Wu received 3 waves of pill tribulation, the first batch of Spirit Clarity pills had been refined. He did not continue to refine pills because he had already sensed 2 powerful auras coming from different directions. Great leader, why didn't you summon us when you had something good? That's too mean. A sinister voice said. Another person said, Alchemist, has a young savior finally arrived in our city of redemption? These 2 people looked even older than Yang Yuanshan. They were the second leader, Yang Jingchun, and the third leader, Yang Linrong. Both of them were in the dragon transformation realm and were the representatives of the Yang family sinner's bloodline. The 2 of them had committed a serious crime and were sent here. You've had enough of watching the show, and now you're here to take advantage of the situation. How can there be such a good thing? Yang Yuanshan snorted coldly at the 2. Although the 2 of them were the second and third leaders, they were no match for him even if they joined forces. That was why he spoke so rudely. What are you talking about, great leader? With you around, it's not our turn to stand up. Yang Jingchun smiled faintly. He was a tall old man, and the demonic aura around him was quite strong. His narrowed eyes flashed with a fierce light from time to time, as if he would turn hostile at any time. Yang Linrong, on the other hand, was a skinny old man. His bones were faintly discernible, and his meridians and blood vessels were clearly visible. He looked even more like a ghost than the ghost old man. What kind of pills did that kid refine just now? Hurry up and let's have a taste. Yang Linrong stared at Yang Wu and said, You have no right to speak here. Shut up. Yang Yuanshan shouted at the 2 of them. Hee, great leader, you're wrong. We're all leaders. Everyone here has to listen to us. Yang Jingxin sneered. Yang Linrong also said, That's right. If there's a pill to share, great leader can't eat it alone. Are you rebelling? Yang Yuanshan frowned and shouted. In the next instant, the aura of a mid-level dragon transformation realm expert was released, and the terrifying power crushed towards Yang Yuanshan and Yang Linrong. Great leader, this isn't your world. Yang Jingchun didn't show any signs of fear. Instead, an evil aura quietly emerged from him. Yang Linrong directly attacked Yang Wu. A green light transformed into a vine and quickly bound Yang Wu. Yang Yuanshan did not think that these 2 fellows would actually not listen to him. He was also angry. His hand condensed into a sword finger and chopped towards Yang Linrong's green vine. Unfortunately, Yang Jingchun blocked his sword finger before it could hit the green vine. Great leader, don't worry. We only want the pills. We won't take his life. At most, we'll make him suffer a little. Yang Jingchun stood in front of Yang Yuanshan and smiled. At this moment, the power he released had also reached the intermediate dragon transformation realm. Yang Yuanshan was moved. You've broken through to that level. Don't think that you're the only one who can reach this level. Soon, I'll surpass you. Yang Jingchun smiled, revealing his yellow teeth. Then you'll have to be alive. Yang Yuanshan would not allow others to touch Yang Wu. He no longer held back and prepared to go around Yang Jingchun to attack Yang Linrong. Yang Jingchun was already prepared. He slapped out with both palms, and the majestic power formed a blue light that blasted towards Yang Yuanshan. The dragon transformation realm was the process of a heavenly fish transforming into a dragon. Yang Jingchun's attack had the image of a dragon's might. The terrifying power was more than 10 times stronger than the battle between Yang Wu and Yang Ba. This power was nothing to Yang Yuanshan, but he couldn't divert his attention to take care of Yang Wu. This made him extremely angry. If anything happens to Yang Wu, you'll be buried with him. Yang Yuanshan roared. He attacked with all his strength, forcing Yang Jingchun to retreat. On the other side, Yang Linrong flicked his 10 fingers, and dozens of green vines quickly surrounded Yang Wu. Yang Wu didn't have the chance to escape even if he wanted to. Yang Jingtao, Yang Hongchong, Shu Yujun, and the others didn't even think. They all exploded with all their strength and attacked Yang Linrong. If you want to hurt my grandson, you'll have to step over my body first. Yang Jingtao was extremely anxious. "You sinners, if you hurt Yang Wu, you'll all die a horrible death." Yang Hongshang was flustered and exasperated. He really didn't expect that after sending Yang Wu here, he would be treated like this. He was in a terrible mood. Shu Yujun didn't even want to say anything. She activated her talent, and thousands of sword rain flew towards Yang Linrong. Bai Luoyun and the 5 heroes of the roving sword didn't hold back. Facing such an expert, they were also afraid that Yang Wu wouldn't be able to handle it alone. Bai Luoyun took out the top-notch Lesser Saint weapon, the rhinoceros horn. With all his strength, a powerful giant horn blasted towards Yang Linrong. The 5 heroes of the roving sword worked together to unleash a powerful sword formation. Unfortunately, their cultivation realm was too far apart. Before the power could even get close to Yang Linrong, it was shaken into nothingness. A group of little mice dares to go against a giant elephant. "You really don't know how to write the word death," Yang Linrong said with disdain. In the next moment, he slapped out a green palm. Green light flashed all over the sky, blocking everyone's attacks. At this moment, Yang Wu was already bound by the green vines and was being pulled towards Yang Linrong. Yang Wu's strong body was extremely uncomfortable. The power of the dragon transformation realm was still too strong. It wasn't something he could withstand at the moment. Fortunately, he still had a backup move. Otherwise, he would be at the mercy of others. Soul Eye Extermination. Ice Blade Wings. Yang Wu activated the potential of 2 great talents and attacked Yang Linrong at the same time. He didn't hold back at all. Under such circumstances, if he still held back, it would be an act of seeking death. He sensed that the other party had already been severely invaded by the demonic aura. The moment he opened his soul eye, he suddenly saw that there was a demonic shadow on Yang Linrong's body. It was very obvious that Yang Linrong had already been completely controlled by the demonic power. Exterminate the demonic first. Yang Wu's brain worked extremely fast. His soul light directly attacked the demonic shadow that was attached to Yang Linrong's body. Roar! Although the demonic aura was overbearing, after being attacked by Yang Wu's soul power, it rapidly shrank. It even vaguely let out a hissing sound. It quickly shrank and burrowed into Yang Linrong's soul to hide. It was also at this moment that Yang Linrong's demonic aura weakened. His evil aura was reduced, and his consciousness became somewhat dazed. The power that was binding Yang Wu weakened, and Yang Wu forcefully broke free. At the same time, the ice-bladed wings slashed onto Yang Linrong's body and released an extremely cold aura. Not only did it want to kill him, it also wanted to freeze him. Yang Linrong was worthy of being in the dragon transformation realm. After being absent-minded for a short while, a powerful dragon scale armor appeared on his body and blocked the attack of the ice-bladed wings. Lei Zongjuan, come out. Yang Wu quickly summoned the water crocodile puppet to prevent the dangerous situation from just now from happening again. The water crocodile puppet appeared and quickly transformed into a body that was several tens of meters tall and blocked in front of Yang Wu. When the others saw that Yang Wu had broken free, they all heaved a sigh of relief. Shu Yujun shouted, "Yang Wu, quickly leave this place." She was really afraid that something would happen to Yang Wu here. This was something that she didn't want to see. "Don't worry, there's nothing to worry about," Yang Wu said very calmly. Although he was restrained just now and almost fell into a dangerous situation, Yang Wu was still not afraid. If they really provoked him, even if they were a small saint, he would still kill them. "What did I do now?" Yang Linrong said with a blank face. In the other direction, Yang Jingchen was no match for Yang Yuanshan. Even if he had the power given to him by the evil spirit, he was still heavily injured by Yang Yuanshan. Yang Yuanshan didn't kill Yang Jingchen. Instead, he rushed over and sent a shocking palm strike at Yang Linrong from a distance. It broke Yang Linrong's spine and smashed him into the ground. "Sorry, these 2 guys are too obsessed." Yang Yuanshan apologized in front of Yang Wu. "They're indeed too obsessed. Hurry up and give them the clear spirit pill." Yang Wu nodded lightly. Without saying anything else, he flicked a few pills at Yang Yuanshan. Yang Yuanshan caught the pills with 3 lightning patterns and revealed a look of ecstasy. He didn't even think and swallowed one of them into his stomach to dissolve the evil spirit chi in his body. Very quickly, the power of the pill quickly dissolved in his body. A ball of evil spirit chi was expelled from his body. This evil spirit chi bared its fangs and brandished its claws, appearing fierce and unwilling. It wanted to enter Yang Yuanchun's body again. However, Yang Yuanchun held it in his hand and snorted coldly. Destroy the evil spirit chi that has troubled me for so many years. This ball of evil spirit chi was completely destroyed by Yang Yuanchun. He only felt a cool sensation on his head. His entire body emitted a gentle aura. The power in his body seemed to be more comfortable, and his old face looked much younger. He looked at Yang Wu gratefully and bowed. Thank you, great leader, for giving me the pill. At this moment, he gave up his position as the great leader and was willing to listen to Yang Wu's orders. Yang Hachong looked at Yang Yuanchun's actions with his eyes wide open. He found it hard to believe that this was the truth. The Yang family were all proud and arrogant, even the Sin's blood lineage. It was not easy to convince them. Yang Yuanchun had been troubled by the evil spirit Qi for many years. Now that he was free, his gratitude to Yang Wu was unimaginable. Yang Wu is safe in the city of redemption, Yang Hanchong said with emotion. No need for formalities. Take the pill and help the others. Yang Wu smiled with satisfaction. After a pause, he said, if they're disobedient, there's no need to give them to them. Don't worry, great leader. I know what to do. Yang Yuanchun responded seriously. Well, the spirit cleansing pill can only help your soul purify the evil spirit Qi. There is still a lot of evil spirit Qi in your body. You must take this spirit cleansing pill to completely resolve it. Only I can refine this kind of pill. Do you know what to do? Yang Wu said with a wise look. Yang Yuanchun instantly understood Yang Wu's intention. He knelt on one knee and said, from now on, I will follow the great leader's orders. I will do my best. Very well. From now on, I will temporarily take over everything here. Chapter 630. The City of Redemption was divided into 8 areas, representing the sinners of the 8 ancient families. After the decline of the Yang family, their position in the City of Redemption became smaller and smaller. They were still located on the outskirts of the city, which was the easiest place for the demons to attack. There were about 60,000 sinners' blood members of the Yang family who were still alive here. These are the numbers that had accumulated over countless years. Some were dead, some were newly born, and most of these people were the descendants of sinners. There were also some people who had been sent here in the last 100 years. Their strength varied from one another. This number was still pitifully small compared to the other families. If it weren't for the other families wanting the Yang family to be the vanguard to stop the demons, their territory would have been occupied. After Yang Wu gave the elixir to Yang Yuanchun, he became the leader of the Yang family's sinner's blood. No one dared to object to this. Yang Wu first defeated Yang Ba, and then got the support of Yang Yuanchun. The other 2 leaders seemed to be suppressed as well. How could the others dare to object? Moreover, Yang Yuanchun revealed that the new leader was an alchemist who could help them get rid of the demonic aura, return to the right path, and prolong their lifespan. In the future, whoever could complete the task could also leave here and return to the Yang family city. As soon as this news was spread, countless people wanted to ask for the spirit cleansing pill, hoping to get rid of the demonic aura. As long as they could get rid of the demonic aura, not only could it make it easier to improve their strength, but it could also prolong their lifespan. It was a great blessing for them. Yang Wu had no obligation to refine so many elixirs for them, and his materials were limited. The reason why he refined the spirit cleansing pill for Yang Yuanchun was for another purpose. At night, gusts of evil wind continued to blow, accompanied by some strange cries. Those were the sounds of demons. Many of them liked to move out at night. So there would be many people taking turns to guard in front of the City of Redemption to prevent the demons from suddenly invading. After Yang Wu became the leader here, he learned about the situation of the demons in the City of Redemption from Yang Yuanchun. There were at least millions of demons here, and the most powerful among them was at the level of Minor Devil Saint. Their numbers were more than that of the human race. Their reproductive ability was too fast, and it was almost impossible to exterminate them. The 8 great war clans intended to make this place a place of training. They felt that this place couldn't escape their palms, so they didn't care too much about the number of demons here. As long as there were no devil saints, they could wipe this place out at any time. The demons here were the corrosive flame demons, blood-devouring demons, dream demons, 8-armed demons, and more than a dozen other demons. Each of them had different potential. It was difficult for ordinary warriors to deal with these demons. Only the 8 great war clans with their different battle chis could suppress these demons. If Yang Wu and Yang Jingtao wanted to get 5 million points, they had to hunt down a large number of demons. However, before the start of the evil-slaying mission, it would be more beneficial for them to have a better understanding of the various demons so that they wouldn't fail miserably. This was also the reason why Yang Wu subdued Yang Yuanshan. Yang Yuanshan had been here for decades and definitely knew the situation here better than Yang Hanshan. However, in addition to the demons, there were actually many good things here. For example, the corrosive flame demon's corrosive flame heart could enhance one's firepower. The blood-devouring demon's blood-devouring vine was a great tonic. The dream god demon's dream god flower was greatly beneficial to the soul. After Yang Wu learned about these things, he still didn't plan to go out of the city to kill the demons. This puzzled everyone. After all, they would be attacked by the demon aura if they stayed here for a long time. The best way was to complete the redemption mission and leave this place quickly. However, when they thought about Yang Wu's identity as an alchemist, they felt relieved. Yang Wu refined a spirit-cleansing pouch for each of them. This was made from spirit-cleansing pill powder and was wrapped in a sachet. Naturally, it could resist the invasion of the demons. In addition, he also refined a few spirit-cleansing, detoxification, and healing pills for them in case of an emergency. These were mainly refined to deal with the demon aura. First, they had to avoid unnecessary injuries. Only then would they be able to better hunt the demons here. After doing all this, Yang Wu began to concentrate on cultivating. He wanted to break through to the intermediate Earthsea realm here before going out to kill the demons. Only then would he be safer. When Yang Wu circulated the Regal 9 profound arts and crazily absorbed the Xian Qi of heaven and earth here, he felt a large amount of demon aura mix into the Xian Qi of heaven and earth and enter his body. This demon aura had long since mixed with the Xian Qi of heaven and earth. Other people simply couldn't stop it. Unless they didn't absorb this energy, they would be able to slow down the invasion of the demon aura. Unfortunately, if he didn't absorb this energy, his strength wouldn't be able to increase. How could he fight against the demons? When this mottled energy entered Yang Wu's body and converged into his dantian, the 1,000 holes in his body spewed out pure energy, purifying all the demon aura and turning it into pure energy. Not a single trace of demon aura remained. However, any energy would be purified into the purest energy before reaching the peach core dantian. This was an ability unique to the peach core dantian. Yang Wu was completely relieved. He released the greatest power of the Regal 9 profound arts. A large amount of Xian Qi of heaven and earth gathered around him, forming a Xian Qi storm. This movement was quite shocking. People not far from him were alarmed. Great leader, how can you devour the energy here like this? Yang Yuanshan was the strongest. After sensing Yang Wu's situation, he couldn't help but frown. The reason why the people here increased their strength so slowly was because they were afraid of going berserk if they absorbed a large amount of Xian Qi of heaven and earth here. Otherwise, with Yang Yuanshan's talent, they wouldn't be stuck at the intermediate dragon transformation realm. Great leader, are you really willing to give your position to that brat? Yang Ba, who was recuperating beside Yang Yuanshan, asked. At this moment, Yang Ba's gaze became much gentler. He didn't have the overbearing and arrogant look from before. Even his face had become much paler. It was obvious that Yang Yuanshan had also given Yang Ba a spirit cleansing pill to cleanse the demon aura in his soul. Didn't you still lose to him? Could it be that you're still not convinced? Yang Yuanshun asked back. I was too careless. Moreover, his bloodline power suppressed my strength. If I had used my innate ability from the start, I would have definitely been able to kill him. Yang Ba said with an unconvinced tone. Don't think that you're the only one with innate ability. Yang Yuanshun looked at Yang Ba with disdain. Suddenly, Yang Ba didn't know how to refute. He couldn't help but touch his head. The feeling of his soul being almost destroyed was still fresh in his memory. Yang Wu spent half a month in seclusion this time. During this half a month, a large amount of heaven and earth profound qi entered his stone house. Everyone felt alarmed, fearing that he would go berserk if he continued like this, but no one had the nerve to disturb him. Another night passed, and finally, the demons came to attack. Huge black shadows kept moving, and the turbulent demon aura kept converging towards them. They approached the city of redemption under the cover of the night, preparing to sneak in and attack. Generally, the ones who took the initiative to attack the city were mainly from the blood-devouring evil race. They thirsted for fresh blood, and human blood was undoubtedly the most delicious. The blood-devouring evil race was an extremely evil race. Their appearance was very strange. They looked like a mass of flesh and blood, and could constantly change into various shapes. However, no matter how they changed, their faces still had obvious characteristics. They had small eyes, no nose, and a large mouth that constantly spewed out a shocking blood mist. Once one was sprayed by the blood mist, all the blood in one's body would be affected, and they would finally be sucked dry. Blood devouring was the greatest talent of the blood-devouring evil race. The Yang family sinners' blood knew all kinds of demons like the back of their hand. After they lurked close, someone screamed, "Demon attack! Evil core attack!" In an instant, the Yang family sinners' blood here quickly rushed out of the stone houses and ruins. As long as they could participate in the battle, regardless of whether they were old or young, they all carried their weapons and rushed forward with great hostility. At this time, no one could be wise enough to protect themselves. Only by killing these demons as soon as possible could they survive and protect the children who had no fighting strength. It's the blood-devouring evil race again. Damn it, there are a lot more of them this time. Don't let them form the blood-devouring formation. Beat them back before they form the formation. These abominable guys are very difficult to kill. Only the Xing family's Xinghua and the Xianyuan family's Diyin can completely eliminate them. Our profound qi can't kill them. It's useless to say anything now. They're coming. Kill them all. The Yang family sinner's blood had all rushed out, including Yang Jingtao. He had been waiting for this day for a long time. Wu go into seclusion and wait for your grandpa to take the first point. Yang Jingtao had been cultivating in seclusion for the past 10 days after receiving Yang Wu's pill elixirs and pills. His superficial power had been cleansed and became much more solid. Additionally, he had taken a heavenly blood pill, increasing his bloodline power to a new level. Even though his cultivation hadn't increased, the power he could erupt with was much stronger than before. Yang Jingtao had focused his entire life on the Dragon Rebel spear art. He became one with his spear and rode the wind, turning into a flood dragon that charged towards the blood-devouring evil race ahead. Delicious blood, it's been a long time since I tasted it. A powerful, blood-devouring evil race suddenly drilled out from the ground and devoured a person from head to toe. That astonishing devouring power was truly terrifying. This blood-devouring evil race's concealment ability was very powerful. After devouring a person, it disappeared on the spot. When it reappeared, it had devoured another person. Soon, its gaze fell on the stone house where the profound qi of heaven and earth gathered. It muttered, "What a powerful aura of flesh and blood. As long as I devour it, I'll be able to advance." Whoosh. Chapter 631. In the stone house, a young man was meditating with full concentration. A vortex had formed in his dantian, and a huge amount of heaven and earth xianqi was surging in like a bottomless pit that was difficult to fill. The heaven and earth xianqi contain a large amount of demonic qi. Devouring so much demonic qi would definitely cause any warrior to suffer from qigong deviation. However, this young man did not seem to be affected by this and was still calmly absorbing the power. The meridians in his body were flowing like rivers, and the earth sea, xianqi sea, in his dantian was constantly beating and rippling. The power had reached a certain level. Among them, there was a heavenly fish with scales all over its body that was madly devouring the xianqi liquid. It was constantly growing, its body was getting bigger, its scales were getting thicker, its whiskers were getting longer, and its fins were finally full. With fins, it could swim in the sea and become a living heavenly fish. At this stage, it was called fish cruising the earth sea, which was the symbol of the intermediate heavenly fish realm. After Yang Wu broke through the beginner heavenly fish realm in the demon taming hall, he finally broke through to the intermediate heavenly fish realm today. The gap between these two levels was not too long. The fact that he was able to make a breakthrough so quickly was definitely related to the supreme 9 mysteries formula. Moreover, after his battle with Yang Ba, his strength had become more and more abundant. This half a month of seclusion was just the right time to train his strength to its peak state. It was the best time to make a breakthrough. As the heavenly fish's fins in his earth sea were completely grown, the heavenly fish's eyes flashed and its tail swayed quietly. The xianqi liquid in the earth sea surged, and the moon above the earth sea became brighter. The heaven and earth mysterious bridge had power to guide it. The divine quartz Tao flower and the earth sea shone together. His meridians and acupoints were resonating together. His body was releasing multicolored light, looking incomparably holy. The green sprout on the peach pit dantian was being washed by the power of the 1,000 acupoints and grew strong again. It released a little bit of rich vitality that mixed into the xianqi and seeped into Yang Wu's meridians, skin, and flesh. It helped the power of the meridians to another level, and the toughness of his skin and flesh was even more amazing. If Yang Wu had noticed the change in his meridians, he would have been surprised to find that the color of his meridians was darker, showing a hint of blue and purple. It was exactly the same color as blue enchantresses. If someone from a Yang family found out, they would be shocked. This was a sign of the meridians reverting to their ancestors. It was at least 70% of the meridian's concentration to have such an amazing change. Yang Wu's aura suddenly soared. He easily crossed the bottleneck of the junior heavenly fish realm and successfully entered the intermediate heavenly fish realm. At this moment, the blood-devouring fiend appeared in Yang Wu's stone house. It turned into a pool of blood and shuttled through the stone cracks. Soon, it turned into a huge bloody mouth and lunged at Yang Wu. Seeing that Yang Wu was about to be devoured by the blood-devouring evil demon, he quietly pointed a finger behind him, and a dark blue fire finger burst out. Volcano Finger was only an Emperor-level skill, but in Yang Wu's hands, it could kill Heaven Realm experts. This finger also contained Blue Enchantress, which had already entered the ranks of Little Sacred Flames and had faintly developed intelligence. Its firepower was extremely ferocious, and when it shot into the mouth of the blood-devouring evil demon, it immediately roared. Roar. Damn it, this is the extreme Yang flame. The evil demon race was most afraid of Yang energy, and Blue Enchantress was undoubtedly their nemesis. Bang! The blood-devouring evil demon suddenly expanded and forcefully dispersed Blue Enchantress's flame. Pieces of flesh fell to the corner and regrouped. It became its original evil demon form, but its xianqi had decreased by a lot. You can't be forgiven, human. The blood-devouring evil demon angrily roared and spat out a terrifying blood mist, which quickly filled the stone house. The majority of its power shrouded Yang Wu's body. This blood mist power could not only corrode blood, it could also obstruct one's vision, achieving the effect of being killed. It was a pity that this did not have much of an effect on Yang Wu. This was only a peak Emperor-level blood-devouring evil demon. How strong could the blood mist be? Moreover, after breaking through to the mid-heavenly fish realm, his senses were very strong. Everything that happened inside and outside was within his senses. Yang Wu flipped the flame in his palm. He smiled and said, "Burn!" Blue Enchantress received the order and turned into a fire dragon that swept through the stone house. The blood mist was all burned away. Even the blood-devouring evil demon that was hiding on the side was targeted by the fire dragon. It was so scared that it pissed its pants. Before it could escape from the stone house, it was swallowed by the fire dragon. It was completely burned and no longer existed. The blue fire dragon circled back to Yang Wu's side. It circled around him twice, as if it was asking for credit. Soon, it disappeared into his chest. This guy is getting more and more naughty. Yang Wu held his burning chest and laughed happily. As his strength increased, his talent power increased as well. Blue Enchantress was the same. Once it became a holy flame, it would have intelligence. When that time came, Yang Wu would only need to give an order, and it would be able to help him kill the enemy. He would not need to use any skills to control it. Yang Wu walked out of the stone house. He did not need to look. He only needed to scan with his mind to sense the situation within a few hundred miles. This time, there were thousands of blood-devouring evil demons invading. This was not a small number. These blood-devouring evil demons were harder to deal with than other demons. They were harder to kill. There were thousands of them, and at least 10,000 people were needed to defeat them. Yang Wu took out the domino and saw that it had quietly recorded 1,000 points. He murmured, "Let's begin the point farming operation." Yang Wu had been waiting for half a month. He wanted to have more combat power to kill the demons. Yang Wu looked in his grandfather's direction. He saw his grandfather fighting an extremely intense battle with a heaven realm blood-devouring fiend. He originally wanted to go over and help, but after a moment of hesitation, he changed directions and went to kill the closest blood-devouring fiend. Grandfather's strength is not bad. He is also very experienced. I think he has had a hard time these past few years. Yang Wu sighed in his heart. Soon, Yang Wu arrived in front of the two blood-devouring demons. Both of them had reached the advanced king realm. They had already injured 4 people in a row. Just as they were about to devour the injured, Yang Wu pointed his finger at them and killed them one by one. Even a heavenly fish would have to expend a lot of effort to kill these king realm blood-sucking evil demons. But it was not difficult for Yang Wu. He had blue demoness, which was the bane of the blood-sucking evil demons. When Yang Wu killed these blood-devouring evil devils, the bone tablet containing his blood essence automatically recorded the points he gained from killing them. In the blink of an eye, it had reached 3,000 points. After receiving Yang Wu's help, the blood-devouring evil demons of the Yang family quickly bowed to Yang Wu and said gratefully, "Thank you, great leader." All of you, pay attention. Keep your minds steady and clear. Only then will you be able to deal with these blood-devouring evil demons. Yang Wu replied softly. Using the swimming dragon steps, he charged towards the stronger blood-devouring evil demons. This time, Yang Wu's target was a heaven realm blood-devouring evil demon. The power it unleashed was even more powerful. The blood in all directions continuously gathered towards it, and several people were turned into dried corpses by its sucking. The blood of humans is so delicious. The blood-devouring evil demon smiled with satisfaction. In the next moment, before it could react, Yang Wu's foot had already stepped on its head. It was stomped into a deep hole in the ground, and its body exploded. The blood-devouring evil demon was blocked by a powerful force, but reacted quickly. Its body exploded with blood mist, forming a rain of blood mist arrows that shot towards Yang Wu. As long as the blood mist wrapped around Yang Wu, it could easily suck out his blood and devour him. Yang Wu's body was surrounded by power. 2 layers of blue heavenly scale armor grew, and each scale had a mark. This was the symbol of the first stage of the mixed heavenly scale armor art. Soon, the marks on the scales produced starlight. This was the sign of entering the second stage, scales like stars. Yang Wu's defensive power had increased by more than 1 level. Even a top heavenly fish couldn't break through his defense easily. These blood mist arrows landed on his heavenly scale armor, but they were all blocked. There was not enough power to hurt him at all. The blood-devouring evil demon is only SOSO. Yang Wu shook his head in disappointment. Human, don't be so arrogant. The blood-devouring evil demon was being stepped on by Yang Wu. It roared furiously. Then, its body automatically disintegrated into several doppelgangers that attacked Yang Wu. Blood Shadow Doppelganger Technique. Each doppelganger unleashed a different power attack. There were fist shadows, palm strikes, and heaven-devouring bites. No matter who faced such doppelganger attacks, their mental state would be disturbed. This was because they were all physical attacks and not incorporeal. Yang Wu's perception was extremely sensitive. He muttered, "The power of each doppelganger technique has obviously decreased. When they attack together, it's just nice to look at but useless." In the next moment, Yang Wu flicked his 10 fingers, sending 10 streams of flame towards the several blood-devouring fiend clones. Bang! Roar! The blood-devouring evil demons, doppelgangers, screamed in pain after being burned by the flames. In order to get rid of the flames, it destroyed several of its doppelgangers and used the remaining power to reconstruct its body. It no longer tangled with Yang Wu. It knew that this human was too powerful and had the power to restrain it. It quickly turned into a blood shadow and escaped. It escaped quickly, but it was not as fast as Yang Wu's movements. He formed a palm and slammed it down at the blood-devouring evil demon. Bang! The blood-devouring evil demon's body was directly shattered. It was still not dead. As long as it had essence blood, it could continue to live. It had an extremely tenacious vitality. They were one of the top 10 evil demon clans in ancient times. Can you escape? Yang Wu stretched out a huge palm and enveloped all the blood chi within 100 miles. He then compressed it together, revealing a terrified face of the blood-devouring evil demon. It shouted, "If you dare to kill me, my clan will not let you go." Yang Wu shook his head. He clenched his hand and completely erased all the blood chi of the blood-devouring evil demon. Chapter 632. The fiend devils were the absolute enemies of the human race in the City of Redemption. Both sides would never show any mercy when fighting each other. Only by killing each other would they be able to quell the anger in their hearts. The people of the Yang family joined forces to kill the blood-devouring fiend devils. Yang Yuanshan, Yang Jingsheng, Yang Linrong, and the others who had reached the Minor Saint realm didn't join the battle. After receiving Yang Wu's spirit cleansing pill, the fiend chi in their souls had been expelled. Their spirit and chi had completely recovered. Without the interference of the fiend chi, they would be more rational in handling matters. They would be more clear-headed during battle, and their combat strength would be stronger. The reason why they didn't join the battle was because the invading, blood-devouring fiend devils hadn't reached the level of a minor devil saint. They would only join the battle when a minor devil saint was dispatched. The other low-level fiend devils should be left to the others. Firstly, it was to hone their skills in killing the fiend devils. Secondly, it was to let them accumulate points. Yang Hongchang, Shu Yujun, and the others also joined the battle. They hunted these evil demons in order to temper themselves. In the transcendent world, the number of evil demons was much more than here, and they were much stronger. If they could use these evil demons to practice, it would be of great benefit to them in the future. Their combat strength was quite strong. They weren't used to killing these fiend devils in the beginning. Later on, after understanding the weaknesses of these fiend devils, they slaughtered them one after another. In addition, the spirit cleansing pouch that Yang Wu gave them played a very big role. Without the spirit cleansing pouch, they would be affected by the fiend chi, which would affect their judgment and reduce their combat strength. Among these people, the one who killed the most fiend devils was naturally Yang Wu. In order to complete the mission as soon as possible, he naturally couldn't hold back. He waved his volcano finger and easily burned the fiend devils to death. Even the heaven realm blood-devouring fiend devils couldn't survive under his dragon flame fist. After Lan Xiaoji advanced to the minor saint realm, the dragon flame fist was perfectly unleashed by her. The explosive power was incomparably powerful. After this battle, Yang Wu's dominoes had increased by 330,000 points. This number was like a drop in the bucket compared to his 15. 5 million points, but at this rate, it wouldn't take long for him to finish it. Among these 330,000 people, there were 280 evil devil kings and 5 heaven realm evil devils. Most of them died in the hands of Yang Wu, while a small number died in the hands of Yang Jingtao. Such a terrifying massacre had opened everyone's eyes. In their eyes, only a minor saint could kill an evil devil so easily. Even Yang Ba didn't have such a nimble method. It wasn't that Yang Ba's killing power was weak, but that Yang Ba didn't have the Heartfire Blue Demon concubine. The extreme Yang Fire was the best weapon to restrain the blood-devouring evil demon concubine. In Yang Wu's eyes, the only thing that was difficult to kill were the 5 minor devil saints. On the second day after this battle, Yang Wu didn't plan to continue his seclusion. He had to complete all the mission points within a month and leave the city of redemption. Yang Wu went to his grandfather and said, "Grandfather, you stay in the city of redemption. I'm going to go out for a walk." "Wu-er, grandfather will go with you," Yang Jingtao said. Before Yang Wu could refute, he continued, "Don't think that grandfather is old and useless. Grandfather is still considered young in the transcendent realm. There's still a lot of room for improvement. Moreover, my bloodline power isn't weak. As long as I release it, I can fight above my level. Killing some evil devils won't be a problem." Yang Wu looked at the confident Yang Jingtao. He knew that his grandfather wasn't an ordinary old man after all. He also had a goal to pursue. If he was protected like an ordinary old man, it would wear down his spirit. It wouldn't be a good thing for him in the future. "All right, since grandfather is so considerate, I'll pass on an immortal art to help you improve your strength faster." Yang Wu responded. A wisp of power swept out from between his eyebrows and went directly into his grandfather's forehead. Battle Blood Immortal Art. This was a powerful immortal art that Yang Wu obtained from Little He. He once passed it to his father and now passed it to his grandfather again. This complete immortal art wasn't any worse than his current incomplete Supreme 9 Mysteries art. With this immortal art, his grandfather would definitely be able to change his fate, unleash enough potential, and advance to a more powerful realm. When Yang Wu went out of the city to hunt evil devils, the people who came with him naturally followed. Among them, Shu Yujun and Bai Luoyun both touched the threshold of the next realm. They needed to temper themselves in battle and break through as soon as possible. Tang Wen had recently steadily broken through the heavenly fish realm, becoming the fastest person to reach the heavenly fish realm among the 5 heroes of the Proud Sword sect. Yuexin also caught up and broke through the top Earthsea realm. He was on the same level as the other 3 heroes, but his foundation was still weak. In order not to drag the other brothers down, he didn't let go of any chance to cultivate and temper himself. These people were all rubbing their fists and hands, ready to fight the evil devils. Before Yang Wu and the others left, Yang Wu volunteered to accompany Yang Wu. He didn't allow Yang Wu to take risks. There were a lot of minor devil saints in this space. Every mountain was guarded by a minor devil saint. With Yang Wu's destructive means, the minor devil saints would definitely be alerted. "You should stay in the city. I'm going to hunt down the minor devil saints. If you come with me, they won't appear." Yang Wu rejected Yang Yuanchuan's good intentions. "Big leader, you're not familiar with this place. It's easy to fall into the evil devil's trap. With me leading you, it'll be much easier," Yang Yuanchun said. Yang Wu thought about it. If Yang Yuanchun accompanied them, the others' lives would be protected, especially Shu Yujun. She was the young miss of the Hongshan sect. If something happened to her, he wouldn't be able to explain it. So he nodded and said, "All right, you can come with me. Yang Ba, you can come too." Yang Yuanchun called out to Yang Ba, who was not far away. Yang Ba said reluctantly, "My injuries haven't completely healed, so I won't go." His injuries had long since healed, and he had also taken the spirit cleansing pill. His entire body felt refreshed, and he vaguely felt like he was about to reach the dragon transformation realm. However, walking with Yang Wu made him feel very uncomfortable. "My little brother, you can also come." Yang Wu beckoned to Yang Ba. "Who's your little brother?" Don't speak nonsense. Yang Ba angrily glared at Yang Wu and shouted, Haha, of course it's you. Could it be that you want to go back on your word? Yang Wu said with a faint smile. With his current battle strength, if he wanted to suppress Yang Ba again, it wouldn't be as difficult as before. In addition, the power of his bloodline seemed to have become even stronger. His bloodline aura could suppress everyone in the Yang clan. If he were to fight with Yang Ba again, his battle strength would be reduced by at least 40 to 50%. Don't be so arrogant, Yang Ba angrily said. Even if his soul had lost its demonic aura, his temperament was still rough. How could he allow others to trample on the dignity of an overlord? Don't be so shameless. Yang Wu let out a long sigh. The power of his bloodline pulsed, and the black tortoise appeared. The bloodline suppression it emitted caused the people of the Yang clan to involuntarily lower their heads. Yang Hongchang could clearly feel that Yang Wu's bloodline power was much more domineering than it had been a few days ago. He exclaimed in his heart, This is definitely a sign of atavism. The heavens are really protecting our Yang clan. For many years, the Yang clan hadn't had a prodigy with atavism. Now that one had finally appeared, it was extremely important to their Yang clan. 100 years ago, the divination race had instructed that if the Yang clan wanted to rise again, they must have a prodigy with atavism. Over the past 100 years, the Yang clan had been trying to raise a prodigy with atavism, but they had never succeeded. Now, Yang Hongchang felt that this prodigy with atavism was most likely Yang Wu. Yang Ba clenched his fists, wanting to fight Yang Wu again. But just as he mustered up his courage, Yang Wu's domineering bloodline power instantly suppressed him. In the end, he could only unwillingly lower his head and say, I'll go. Yang Yuanshun was stunned. He glanced at Yang Ba and sighed in his heart. This boy has finally met his nemesis, but this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like this, Yang Wu's group gained Yang Yuanshun, Yang Ba, and several dozen other Yang clan sinners' blood members. These several dozen people all wanted to hunt down evil demons and obtain points so that they could rid themselves of their sinner's blood status as soon as possible. Yang Wu's group was so strong that it would be much safer to move with them. Yang Wu didn't mind letting them bask in some glory. In any case, there were so many evil demons here, and they weren't easy to kill. One more person meant one more point of strength. Yang Wu's group set their sights on the devouring evil mountain range, which was closest to the city. This place was mainly inhabited by the blood-devouring evil race, and some humans who had long since been demonized. Behind the devouring evil mountain range was the dream erosion mountain range. That was the territory of the corroding flame demons and the dream god demons. There were other evil demons in other directions, but they were farther away. They belonged to the other battle races. Yang Wu's group didn't need to look far. They just needed to complete their mission quickly. Great leader, if we fly over like this, I'm afraid we'll be surrounded by a large number of blood-devouring evil race. That's not good for us. It's best if we sneak over and catch them by surprise, Yang Yuanshun suggested. Do you have any good concealment methods? Yang Wu asked. Yang Yuanshun was speechless. The evil demons were very sensitive to humans. Once they got close, they wouldn't be able to escape their senses. Don't worry, this great leader has a brilliant plan, Yang Wu said with a faint smile. Next, Yang Wu took out a batch of scented sachets. These scented sachets were emitting an evil aura. It was very similar to the power of the blood-devouring evil race, making it difficult to distinguish. Everyone take one. I'm sure the blood-devouring evil race wouldn't expect us to transform into one of them, Yang Wu said. This was a method he came up with after killing the blood-devouring evil race. He took some of the blood-devouring evil race's flesh, refined it, and put it in the scented sachets. It could conceal the human aura on them. Great leader is really a god. Yang Yuanshun couldn't help but praise. The other sinner's blood members also cheered. They were very confident about this trip. Evil race, I'm coming. Chapter 633. The evil devouring mountain range was filled with an incomparably dense demonic aura. The dark trees grew strangely and were filled with a strange smell. The weeds and flowers were all different and were extremely suitable for the demonic beasts to devour. If a human were to devour them, they would be turned into demonic beasts. Some humans had already become the claws and fangs of the demonic beasts. In order to pursue power and adapt to the environment of this space, they were willing to become slaves in order to obtain a longer lifespan. This land was filled with demonic aura. A chilly wind would blow from time to time, accompanied by strange cries. It would make one's hair stand on end. Yang Wu's group had the demonic fragrance sachet to conceal their original human aura. Even if they were sensed, the demonic beasts would only think that they were demonic beasts and would not attack them for no reason. Their group's goal was to enter the territory of the blood-devouring evil demons. They planned to kill a group of powerful blood-devouring evil demons as quickly as possible and destroy their confidence and cohesion. Under Yang Yuanchuan's cover, they quickly advanced. The demonic dwellers living under the mountain range had no way of discovering their existence. The hidden blood-devouring demons sensed something strange, but when they smelled that it wasn't the sin of humans, they were completely relieved. Yang Yuanchun led the group to a mountain range. He transmitted his voice to Yang Wu. This is one of the most important territories of the blood-devouring evil demons. There are 38 Heaven Realm blood-devouring evil demons and 300 other blood-devouring evil demons occupying this place. I will use some method to isolate this place. At most, it can last for an hour. If you can't kill them all in an hour, we will have to retreat. Half an hour? That's enough. Yang Wu replied confidently. All right, then you can go. Yang Yuanchun replied, then began to form hand seals. He silently released his water profound energy and quickly poured it into the mountain range. He softly muttered, "Underground water dragon lock, seal for me." His hands continuously formed profound hand seals. The powerful control of the dragon transformation realm drew out all the water profound energy from the ground, forming a water dragon that coiled around the mountain range and sealed it. At this time, the blood-devouring evil demons in the mountain range finally sensed something and let out strange cries. Who dares to seal the land of my mountain? A huge, evil, giant shadow roared from the top of the mountain. In the next moment, the evil spirits in the mountain began to move. There were at least 5,000 evil spirits residing in the mountain. It was indeed a powerful force. All right, everyone pay attention. If you can't beat them, immediately ask for help. Yuan Chun will save you. Yang Wu instructed and quickly rushed up the mountain. Shu Yujun followed him like a shadow and said, Yang Wu, wait for me. I want to fight alongside you. Yang Wu turned his head to look at Shu Yujun's bright and beautiful face. A trace of tenderness flashed across his face as he said, Then let's do it together. Shu Yujun instantly smiled. She was like the flower queen of 100 flowers. Her smile was so bright and beautiful that even the evil spirits in the world blossomed with a trace of moving color. She could sense that Yang Wu was finally a little closer to her. At least her time following him wasn't in vain. Audacious human, you dare to invade. You really don't know life from death. A blood-devouring evil demon's voice rang out. We have to properly enjoy the food delivered to our doorstep. We must not waste it. Another blood-devouring evil demon said. These blood-devouring evil demons didn't understand the situation. In their eyes, this young human couldn't even withstand a single blow. One of the blood-devouring evil demons transformed into dozens of blood mist tentacles that enveloped Yang Wu. Another blood-devouring evil demon's arms turned into blood blades, slashing out hundreds of blood blade scars. Two majestic forces enveloped Yang Wu and Shu Yujun, who were charging at the front. These two evil demon kings were quite strong. However, in front of two heavenly fish realm experts, their strength was clearly much weaker. Yang Wu lightly flicked his finger, and two wisps of flames quickly swept over. They separately landed on the two blood-devouring evil demons and quickly ignited their bodies. They immediately cried out in pain as their bodies were quickly burned to ashes. You don't even know how to leave one for me. Shu Yujun angrily glared at Yang Wu and said. Yang Wu smiled and said, I want a large amount of points. Moreover, These blood-devouring evil demons aren't worth dirtying your hands with. You can support me. If we meet any heavenly realm evil demons, you can play with them." Shu Yujun was in an extremely good mood. She sweetly smiled and said, "All right, I'll listen to you." After these two blood-devouring evil demons were killed, a large number of them appeared. In the blink of an eye, there were several hundred of them. Some were below the king realm, some were king realm, and some were even heavenly realm experts. They let out a series of roars, and countless blood mist energy covered the sky as they flew towards Yang Wu, Shu Yujun, Yang Jingtao, and the others. Facing this power, Yang Wu's eyes focused. There wasn't the slightest trace of fear on his face. A faint smile appeared on his face as he said, "Looks like there's a lot of points here." In the next moment, he waved both of his palms at the same time. Blue flames spread out from his arms, and 2,000-meter-long fire dragons rushed up from below. The powerful flames quickly engulfed the dozen or so blood-devouring evil demons at the front. They didn't even have time to scream before they were completely dead. The rest of the blood-devouring evil demons were horrified and quickly retreated. Unfortunately, these 1,000-meter-long fire dragons were too tyrannical. Everywhere they went, they turned into ashes. Hundreds of blood-devouring evil demons were burned to death by these two fire dragons. This human is too terrifying. Quickly call the Lord Commander to come save us." A blood-devouring evil demon said in a panic. "Damn flames, they just happened to restrain my race. Otherwise, with so many of our comrades, we would have been able to kill him." Another blood-devouring evil demon said unwillingly. A heaven realm blood-devouring evil demon rushed down from above. This blood-devouring evil demon had taken human form, and beside him was a heavenly fish realm demon. "Sure, you deal with that fire-using youth. I'll deal with that girl." The heaven realm blood-devouring evil demon said to the demon beside him. This demon had turned into an evil demon many years ago. He was a member of the Yang family, and his name was Yang Ge. Back then, he was at the peak of the Earth Sea realm and was sent here. After being invaded by the evil demon's power, he joined the blood-devouring evil clan and changed his name to Shurge. His battle strength had already reached the heavenly fish realm. Holding his battle spear, he revealed a cold smile and said, "All right, but you have to capture that girl alive for me. It's a pity to let such a beautiful girl die. I want her to be my woman. Don't worry, you've been loyal to my clan all these years. This girl is yours." The heaven realm blood-devouring evil demon replied. "Ha, then I'll slaughter this brat first." Yang Ge laughed with incomparable pride. In the next moment, he raised his battle spear and drew a green arc in the air, stabbing towards Yang Wu's chest. "Let me play with this guy." Shu Yujun was itching for a fight. She didn't wait for the attack to land on Yang Wu's body. Using her finger as a sword, she slashed out a shocking sword aura, cutting Yang Ji's attack into pieces. This girl actually found me. It seems she thinks I'm wise and mighty, so she wants to throw herself into my arms. Yang Ji's eyes swept over Shu Yujun's ample bosom and laughed. Shu Yujun lightly kicked off the ground, and her figure swept out like the wind. Her sword finger fiercely slashed down. The sword light flashed and fell on Yang Ji's chest. Yang Ji's reaction was extremely fast, but it was still not enough. A bloody wound deep enough to see the bone appeared on his chest. "Ah, you stinking woman, how dare you hurt me? When I catch you, I'll definitely ravage you to death." Yang Ge roared, and the power of battle blood floated around his body. The azure battle aura condensed, and the battle spear stabbed out continuously. The light of the spear enveloped Shu Yujun within it, showing no mercy at all. Shu Yujun was about to break through to the peak of the heavenly fish realm. She did not use a weapon, but attacked with the righteous energy unique to the Hongshan sect. The blue sword light mixed with thick sword intent rushed down wave after wave like waves, completely sealing Yang Ji's power. Some of the power fell on him, cutting his body into pieces. Yang Ji's realm was one level lower than Shu Yujun's. Even with the azure battle aura, he still could not compete with Shu Yujun. He was bound to lose. In the other direction, the heaven realm blood-devouring evil demon was coming menacingly. It condensed a powerful blood hand and slapped towards Yang Wu. Blood mist evil palm. This blood-devouring evil demon's realm was not low. It had reached the middle stage of the heaven realm, and the power of its palms could threaten the human race's high-level heaven realm experts. I only have an hour to clean up these evil demons. I can't waste time on them. Yang Wu murmured and used the swimming dragon step. The flames on his fist soared into the sky, and a dragon shadow of 1,000 feet long appeared and punched fiercely at the evil palm. Yang Wu was able to challenge a peak heaven realm expert when he was in the elementary stage of the heavenly fish realm. Now that he had reached the middle stage of the heavenly fish realm, he could threaten a peak heaven realm expert with a casual attack, let alone this blood-devouring evil demon in front of him. Wherever the dragon flame fist went, the evil palm quickly collapsed. The burning flames still rushed towards the blood-devouring evil demon. Its face was filled with shock as it continuously formed seals and slapped out. Overlapping blood mist. Blood explosion evil palm. The blood-devouring evil demon didn't hold back at all, forcefully blocking Yang Wu's attack. It was indeed blocked, but Yang Wu quietly appeared by its side and slapped it with his palm. The blood-devouring evil demon could only watch as the blue flames in Yang Wu's palm engulfed it. The middle stage of the heaven realm blood-devouring evil demon extermination. At the same time, fierce battles began to occur in other directions. Yang Jingtao, Yang Hanchang, by Luo Yun, the 5 roaming sword heroes, Yang Ba, and the other Sin's blood members each found their opponents and began to hunt them down. In order not to be a burden to his grandson, Yang Jingtao went all out to kill the blood-devouring evil demons. With his strength of the middle stage of the heavenly fish realm, none of the king realm blood-devouring evil demons were a match for him. We will definitely be able to return to the Yang family. Yang Jingtao said with a strong belief in his heart. Chapter 634. The devouring evil mountain range was filled with evil devils. Strange cries could be heard continuously. This place looked very peaceful. However, one of the mountains had been sealed by an invisible force. An extremely fierce battle was taking place there. However, the people outside couldn't sense it at all. The blood-devouring evil devils that were being massacred. A young man was fighting his way up with his bare hands. Everywhere he went, there would be fiery dragons surging. One after another, the blood-devouring demons were brutally slaughtered by him. Even if they used all of their innate abilities, there was only death awaiting them. There was a beautiful woman beside the youth. She had a voluptuous figure and wore a blue muslin dress. Her delicate hands were constantly moving, and strands of sword light swept out in all directions, helping the youth take some of the pressure. At the peak of the mountain, 8 heaven-rank, blood-devouring evil demons were gathered together. They looked down at the situation below and revealed an incomparably ferocious aura. They couldn't wait to rush down and kill all the invaders. However, they weren't stupid. Because the humans were crazily slaughtering them here, the other fiends in the depths didn't sense it. They were sure that the mountain was sealed. If they didn't break the seal here, even if they were all killed, their seniors wouldn't know. These humans are really savage. We only sent a team to eat a few of them, and they dare to come for revenge. They really don't know the meaning of death, said a blood-devouring fiend. Don't talk nonsense. Let's work together to break the seal here and attract the attention of our seniors. Otherwise, we'll all die. Don't worry, the humans won't be able to seal this place for long. As long as we can hold on until then, it'll be time for us to counterattack. We can't just wait here and summon the little ones to exhaust them to death. The blood-devouring fiends in the mountain range issued a call. The other blood-devouring fiends in the mountain range madly charged toward Yang Wu's group. There were several thousand blood-devouring fiends here. Even if Yang Wu's group was powerful, it would take some effort to kill them all. When they surrounded them, it put a lot of pressure on them. Fortunately, they had an expert like Yang Ba in their group. This fellow was truly worthy of being a peerless genius who could fight against a dragon transformation expert. He constantly swung his arms, and wherever the terrifying axe light went, the blood-devouring demons would explode. No matter how many demons came, they were not enough to deal with him. After slaughtering hundreds of blood-devouring evil demons, he forcefully gathered their blood energy together. This was originally a trace of spatial energy that could only be used in the dragon transformation realm, but he could already do it in advance. He looked at the blood energy that was gathered in his aura and shouted, "Obliterate!" He released his black tortoise battle aura, and the terrifying destructive power forcibly wiped out the demon cores and blood essence of these demons, giving them no chance to regenerate. It was as if he wanted to vent the shame of losing to Yang Wu on these blood-devouring demons. However, after he killed this group of blood-devouring fiends, no more of them dared to approach him. He looked up at Yang Wu, hesitated for a moment, and sat down cross-legged. He thought to himself, I hope you don't ask me for help later. Blood-devouring fiends were not so easy to kill. Only an expert like Yang Ba could easily crush them. No one else had the ability to do so. As Yang Wu's mount, Yang Jinlong did not stay idle during this battle. He attacked the blood-devouring fiends below the King realm. At first, he was still in the probing stage, but after several exchanges, he finally grasped how to kill these blood-devouring fiends. You guys devour blood to grow. Even though your blood energy is a little mixed, it is still food for me. Yang Jinlong muttered to himself before pouncing towards one of the blood-devouring fiends. Soon, the blood-devouring evil devil was swallowed by Yang Jinlong, and the evil aura filled every part of his body. If it were any other living being doing this, they would definitely be invaded by this evil aura. But Yang Jinlong had refined the blood fiend profound qi, so this evil aura was completely broken down by the blood fiend force. The blood qi of the blood-devouring evil devil was forcibly absorbed by Yang Jinlong without causing any burden to him. Not bad, but its blood energy is a little lacking. I want to devour a king-class one. Yang Jinlong licked his lips and charged towards the king-class blood-devouring evil fiend. Only a flood dragon like him, who possessed the blood fiend mystic essence qi, would dare to devour the blood-devouring evil demons like this. If it were any other monster race, they might not dare to do so. Whether it was Yang Ba or Yang Jinlong, they weren't the main battlefield. The real battlefield was Yang Wu's side. 70% of the blood-devouring evil demons were converging towards him. Yang Wu's killing power was too terrifying, and he was also the bane of the blood-devouring evil demons. Every time he attacked, he would wipe out hundreds of them. There was simply no one who could resist him. Yang Wu killed his way forward, and the number of blood-devouring evil demons that died at his hands had already reached close to 1,000. Behind him, Shu Yujun watched with numbness. Who would have thought that after hearing Yang Wu's mutterings, Shu Yujun would be stunned? He said, "It's still not enough to kill at this rate." No matter who was here, they would feel that Yang Wu's unparalleled speed was extremely terrifying. He was actually still not satisfied. Just what was he planning to do? In the next moment, Yang Wu said to Shu Yujun, "Young Miss Shu, back off a bit. I will speed up my killing speed. Can't you just call me Monarch Rain?" Shu Yujun rolled her eyes and said in a displeased tone. That flirtatious charm was enough to make anyone fall head over heels for her. Young Miss Shu is still easier to call. You back off a bit first, and don't let anyone else come near me. I will go all out to kill these demons. Yang Wu replied, and used the swimming dragon steps to rush forward. Suddenly, a deathly aura was released, enveloping an area of dozens of miles. This was the result of him compressing it. Otherwise, the area within 100 miles would be enveloped by the deathly aura. Shu Yujun's perception was extraordinary. She felt a wave of cold air attack her. She couldn't help but shiver and murmured, "Is this his Tao of Death?" When they were at Mount Hung, Shu Yujun clearly understood Yang Wu's situation. He possessed the Tao of Death, and in the fragmented space, he defeated the young Hall King of the Long Life Hall, which almost angered everyone. In the end, the saints came forward and questioned him, confirming that he was not from the King of Hell's Palace. The Tao of Death was a top-notch martial Tao among the 3,000 great Taos. Otherwise, it wouldn't be one of the martial Taos that the king of Hell's Palace specialized in. Yang Wu being able to condense the Tao of Death was purely a coincidence. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for him to cultivate the Tao of Death with his own strength. This was because he had to go through slaughter after slaughter, on the brink of death again and again, and go through various cruel tempering before he had the chance to condense this martial Tao. Once this martial Tao was formed, if one wanted to strengthen it, they would need to absorb a lot of deathly aura. Otherwise, there would be no way to improve it. Therefore, those who cultivated the Tao of Death were people who were stained with countless amounts of blood. It was called one of the demonic crooked paths. In fact, only the truly top-notch forces knew that any kind of martial Tao, as long as it was used on a right path, was a righteous martial Tao. There was no such thing as a demonic crooked path. It was just that many people who claimed to be righteous had been beaten up by the so-called demonic crooked path, which was why they were classified as such. Yang Wu was very clear that as long as his strength entered the realm of Saint Star Rune, no one would dare to do anything to him, let alone talk nonsense. This was a world where strength was respected. Now, the Tao of Death was incomparably solid and had the ability to corrode the vitality of living beings. Wherever the deathly aura went, the vitality of blood-devouring evil devils would be reduced by 1/10. If they stayed in this Tao of Death for more than 2 hours, they would die completely. The blood-devouring evil devils that were rushing towards Yang Wu were frightened. They relied on devouring blood to grow. Their life source was weak to begin with. Now that 1/10 of their life source was gone, their fighting strength would drop by a level. They were thoroughly flustered. Why did my vitality decrease by so much? What kind of power is this? How did the vitality I accumulated with great difficulty disappear? I feel like I'm getting old. These blood-devouring evil devils cried out in alarm. They had completely lost the will to fight. Yang Wu struck out again. The dragon flaming fist was punched out. A dragon shadow that was thousands of feet long swept towards the blood-devouring evil devils. In just one strike, 500 of them were wiped out. The lethality of this attack was so terrifying that it made the blood-devouring evil devils tremble in fear. Lord Shirhu, we can't go on like this. The brats will be killed by him. The blood-devouring evil devil on the mountain peak said to the strongest blood-devouring evil devil. The most powerful being on the mountain peak was Lord Shirhu. His appearance had transformed into an elephant body with a human face. It looked extremely strange, but he was already at the peak of the heaven realm. His eyes were fixed on Yang Wu, who was getting closer and closer. A hint of fear appeared on his face. This was the feeling he had when facing a minor saint. After waiting for a while, he said coldly, "We can't let him continue his massacre like this. All of you, return to your positions." In the next moment, an extremely powerful suction force was produced from his body. The 7 blood-devouring evil devils around him revealed a fanatical look and charged towards him. Asterisk bang bang. Asterisk when their bodies collided. Shirhu's body underwent a great change. The other 7 blood-devouring evil devils fused with his body, causing his vitality to increase even more. In an instant, he had reached the peak of the heaven realm, only a step away from the minor devil saint realm. Not enough. Brats, return to your positions. Shirhu called out to his other clansmen. The blood mist he produced enveloped them. Suddenly, a large number of blood-devouring evil devils fused with his body. These blood-devouring evil devils didn't show the slightest fear of being fused with. Instead, their expression became incomparably fanatical, as if they were proud of this fusion. This was the most powerful innate skill of their clan, the blood-fusing evil art. Chapter 635. The blood-fuse evil technique could help the blood-devouring evil fiends fuse together for a short period of time, forcefully increasing the realm of the strongest. It could be maintained for a quarter of an hour, and after that, they would disperse. Shirhu was only at the peak of the heaven realm, so there was a limit to the number of blood-devouring evil fiends he could fuse with. Aside from 7 Heaven Realm blood-devouring evil fiends, he had fused with 200 other blood-devouring evil fiends. By force, he had reached the half-step Little Devil Saint realm. He believed that this power was enough to deal with Yongwu. Now, his body had changed into a human-faced centipede with 100 claws. His blood chi was released, and his evil aura skyrocketed. The power of fusion is so strong. Even if I can't break the seal here, I can still devour all these powerful food, Shirhu said to himself with satisfaction. Yongwu looked at Shirhu, who had become like this, and couldn't help but exclaim, "That works." The blood-devouring evil fiend's blood-fuse evil technique is very scary. Legend has it that a Little Devil Saint realm blood-devouring evil fiend fused with tens of thousands of his own kind and reached the saint realm in one fell swoop. He swallowed a few human saints. "You can't be careless," Shu Yujun reminded Yongwu. Yang Ba, who was below, looked up and sneered. "If this guy can defeat this blood-devouring evil fiend, he can be on the same level as me." Yang Ba had been brooding over his loss to Yongwu. He felt that Yongwu had only defeated him by suppressing his bloodline. But now, this blood-devouring evil fiend was strong enough that Yongwu couldn't suppress it with his bloodline. He felt that Yongwu might not be able to win. "How dare you intrude on my people? Die!" Shirhu roared and breathed out a terrifying blood mist, which swept towards Yongwu. From afar, it looked like a bloody flood. The power of the attack was very frightening. The 2,000-foot-high flood left a long crack in the mountains. Countless rocks were shattered, and trees were turned into nothingness. This was the power of a half-step dragon transformation realm cultivator. In terms of strength alone, Shirhu's fighting capacity was astonishing. He was definitely one of the top warriors in this space. It all depended on how Yongwu would deal with him. "Get out of the way!" Shu Yujun, who was behind Yongwu, exclaimed. "Let me try to break through the intermediate heavenly fish realm." It was as if Yongwu did not hear Shu Yujun's words. He faced the incoming flood of blood and took a simple horse stance. He condensed his fist and punched towards the incoming flood of blood. This was a simple straight punch, but it carried with it a torrential fist intent. After his cultivation level increased, the power of the divine court Dao flower increased as well. His fist will grew stronger as well. Its power was not what it used to be. With a punch, everything was destroyed. Rumble, rumble. After the two forces collided, there was an earth-shattering sound. Even Yang Yuanshun, who was sealing the mountain, couldn't help but increase his strength. He was afraid that the two forces would be too destructive and break his seal. Half-step Little Saint realm, blood-devouring evil devil. "This is troublesome," Yang Yuanshun murmured. "If this goes on, his sealing power won't last for more than half an hour. At that time, it will alert the other blood-devouring evil demons on the other mountains." He transmitted his voice to Yang Ba. "Yang Ba, if necessary, lend great leader a hand. He's big leader. He doesn't need my help." Yang Ba replied lazily. "You brat. Without big leader, we won't be able to live for long." Yang Yuanshun said resentfully. Yang Ba curled his lips and said, "Let's wait and see. Well, he can't take it anymore. I'll save his life." The power on the mountainside dissipated. Shirhu looked down and said, "It's a pity that such a powerful food was wiped out just like that." In the next moment, he saw a figure rushing towards him like a dragon. The person exclaimed, "Eat my fist again." Dragon Flame Fist. The Dragon Flame Fist was only a top-tier Heaven Realm combat skill. Now, Yang was finally able to use it perfectly. Under Lan Yaoji's control, the Dragon Flame Fist burned towards Shur, who with raging flames. Who would have thought that Yongwu could still take the initiative to attack after taking a blow from a half-step Little Devil Saint? This was beyond everyone's expectation. This guy's become stronger again. Yang Ba exclaimed in his heart. Half-step Little Devil Saint can't stop him. His progress is too fast. I also want to break through to the peak Heavenly Fish realm. I can't let him widen the gap so quickly. Shu Yujun murmured and rushed towards the other blood-devouring evil devils. She wanted to speed up her training and break through as soon as possible. Bang bang. The blue fire dragon kept roaring and raging. The rocks on the mountainside were turned into powder. The intense flames could even threaten a little Saint Realm expert. Sure sensed a great threat. He roared and raised his 100 claws high. They turned into countless scythes and slashed down. Bloodblade, 10,000 splits cut. He couldn't restrain the fire dragon. He could only rely on his amazing combat strength to force the fire dragon back. These blood blades slashed toward the fire dragon. The fire dragon's body was cut open, but the flames didn't diminish. They continued to splash towards Sure. A powerful force floated around Sure-Hu's body. It forcefully repelled the flames and prevented them from landing on his body. Damn fire of utmost yang. I'm about to kill that human as soon as possible. The moment I come into contact with this flame, the art of fusion will be destroyed. Sure-Hu cursed in his heart. Once again, he channeled his strongest power to strike out at Yang-Wu. 1,000 feet devil shadow tier. Suddenly, Sure-Hu turned into a 1,000 feet long centipede shadow and rushed towards Yang-Wu. The overbearing 1,000 feet devil shadow seemed to want to tear the sky apart. This power wasn't something that a top heavenly fish realm expert could withstand. Yang-Wu faced this move. The Tao of Death condensed on his arm, and the cloudy heaven sword appeared in his hand. His eyes flashed with a fierce light as he murmured, "I'll break you with one sword." Suddenly, a sword came from the west like a falling meteor. It drew a long and dazzling light. The sword intent was shocking. The sharp sword light seemed to want to cut the mountain in half. Wherever it went, the 1,000 feet devil shadow was forcibly cut in half. The sword shadow that was more than 1,000 feet long slashed fiercely on Sure-Hu's body. It's not that easy to hurt me. Blood, evil devil armor. Sure-Hu didn't expect Yang-Wu to have the power that surpassed a top heavenly fish realm expert. When the sword came, layers of blood armor quickly condensed on his body. The evil devil chi gathered together and wrapped around his body. He wanted to block the sword. Bang! The overbearing sword style slashed on the blood armor. The blood armor wasn't destroyed immediately. It only cracked a little. However, Sure-Hu was cut into the mountain and was heavily injured. Let's see how many swords you can block. Yang-Wu couldn't let him go so easily. He flew up and slashed down with his sword again. It was the same move, but the power was much higher. The aura was really terrifying. Meteor swords chasing stars and moon. Meteor swords, stars like rain. Meteor swords, rainbow starlight. Meteor swords, meteor fall. Yang-Wu executed 4 sword moves in a single breath. Countless sword auras were churning unceasingly at the peak of the mountain. The dense sword intent filled the surroundings, cutting off more than half of the mountain. Countless rocks and trees were turned into ruins. The destructive power was truly terrifying and astonishing. The people at the foot of the mountain couldn't help but cry out in surprise. What a terrifying sword intent. I'm afraid it has almost reached the level of condensing the sword Tao. This battle strength is close to the peak of the heavenly fish realm. No, it should be said that it has reached the power of the half-step dragon transformation realm. It's really hard to believe that this is the battle strength of a mid-level heavenly fish realm. The title of the number 1 heavenly king is definitely not undeserved. I'm afraid that with his current realm, he can already be compared with those peerless monsters. I guess he's still a little lacking. Unless he can reach the high-level heavenly fish realm, he can't be compared with those peerless monsters who have undergone hellish training since young. Sure was cut into pieces by Yang-Wu. Its blood armor's defense was very strong. Unfortunately, it couldn't withstand Yang-Wu's crazy bombardment. Its body was disintegrated. The blood-devouring evil demons revealed an incomparably terrified expression. They wanted to scatter and escape, but Yang-Wu wouldn't give them such a chance. His sword intent was invincible. Wherever the sword intent swept, the blood-devouring evil demons were completely killed. Even their demon cores and blood chi were completely obliterated. There was no way for them to be reborn. Pung pung. A series of explosions rang out. More than half of the mountain was destroyed, and the hundreds of blood-devouring evil devils were wiped out as well. Not a single one of them could escape from his hands. Not even Sure-Hu. who was the strongest among them. At the same time, the points on Yang Wu's dominoes soared rapidly. Although there was still a long way to go before he could complete the task, to achieve such a result in less than an hour was absolutely terrifying. Yang Jingtao looked at the points on the dominoes and laughed. He reached 1,000,000 points so quickly. War really didn't disappoint me. After Yang Wu killed Shi Hu and the other blood-devouring evil demons, the other blood-devouring evil demons were no longer a threat. They were completely scared out of their wits. They wanted to escape, but couldn't, so they all chose to self-destruct to injure others. The others were prepared and weren't seriously injured by their self-destruction. Only a few of the Yang family sinners' blood were careless and were killed by the explosion. I can't hold on any longer. Retreat quickly. Yang Yuanchuan's voice rang out. Everyone could hear it clearly. Everyone quickly escaped from the mountain. No one dared to hesitate. They were very clear that once this matter was discovered, the blood-devouring evil demons would definitely go crazy. At that time, it would be too late for them to escape even if they wanted to. Yang Yuanchuan's strength finally couldn't support the power of the seal and completely disappeared. There were still some blood-devouring evil demons that hadn't been killed. They let out cries for help, causing quite a commotion. At this time, most of the people returned to Yang Yuanchuan's side. Only Yang Wu was still at the peak of the mountain and hadn't come down. Yang Yuanchun shouted, "Great leader, quickly come down. We have to go." Suddenly, the voices of blood-devouring evil demons from other mountains rang out. "Human, you have guts. You actually dare to kill my children. You all deserve to die." Chapter 636. Yang Wu heard Yang Yuanchuan shout, but he did not act. Instead, he said to Yang Yuanchun, "You take them back first. I'll come back to meet you when I have enough points." After breaking through to the intermediate heavenly fish realm, Yang Wu's strength was incomparably strong. After the battle just now, he had only lost 1/5 of his strength and could quickly replenish it. He had enough confidence to continue fighting. Moreover, he remembered the teachings of his chief master. Only in a life-and-death situation could he stimulate his strength to the limit. Therefore, he decided to break into the devouring evil mountain range and fight with the top blood-devouring evil demons. Great leader, they have the strength of a minor devil saint. You may not be their opponent. You better go back first. Yang Yuanchun advised. Yang Wu said in a deep voice, "Don't worry. I know my own situation. If I can't beat them, they can't stop me if I want to leave. You should leave quickly." At this time, many powerful blood-devouring evil demons were rushing towards them at a very fast speed. If they did not leave, they would definitely be attacked by them. "I'll stay with you. It just so happens that I want to take the opportunity to break through to the top heavenly fish realm." Shu Yujun decided to stay with Yang Wu. "Since you have such courage, I'll stay with you and see who can kill more demons." Yang Ba also stood up and expressed his opinion. The others also expressed their desire to stay, but Yang Yuanchun did not give them a chance. He swept them together and turned into a stream of light, returning to the city of redemption. He transmitted his voice to Yang Wu. "Great leader, take care. I'll send them back first and come back to pick you up." Yang Wu, Shu Yujun, and Yang Ba stay behind. At this time, the experts of the blood-devouring evil devils had also arrived. There were a total of 32 heavenly fish realm evil devils. For the time being, there were no minor devil saints. They would not appear easily unless there was a threat of the same level. Among the 32 blood-devouring evil devils, 2 of them were extremely powerful. One of them was the leader, Shiji, the second prince of the blood-devouring evil race. He had the strength of a peak heavenly realm expert and could fight a dragon transformation realm human without being at a disadvantage. If one was not careful, they would become his food. The other one was Shi Hong, an old blood-devouring evil devil who had lived for a very long time. He had reached the half-step little devil saint realm and was Shiji's guardian. Both Devourer and Devourer were in their human forms. The former looked young, clad in blood-red armor. He held a curved blood saber in his hand and bared his fangs. His eyes moved between Yang Wu, Shu Yujun, Yang Ba, and the others. Devourer had turned into a hunchback old man with a tumor on his back. His blood vessels were exposed, which made him look ferocious. The other 30 blood-devouring evil devils had different appearances. They surrounded the two in front like the most loyal servants. Yangba, you dare to offend my blood-devouring evil devils again? Do you really think I can't do anything to you? Shiji glared at Yangba and shouted. Yangba took a step forward and said with a disdainful expression, "Who do you think you are? How dare you be so arrogant in front of me? Are you not afraid of being beaten up?" Yangba's title of Little Overlord was not undeserved. He had slaughtered many blood-devouring evil devils and fought fiercely with Shiji. He had even defeated him twice. If it wasn't for the fact that he was hard to kill, he wouldn't have dared to be so arrogant. Let's see if you still dare to be so arrogant after I suck your blood dry. Protector Shihong, I'll leave him to you. The other two are nothing to worry about. Shiji said coldly. Don't worry, Second Prince. Leave him to me. This time, he won't be able to escape. Shihong responded and turned into a red light that shot towards Yangba. Blood tumor hits the mountain. The blood tumor on the back of the red-devouring hunchback turned into a 3,000-meter tall blood mountain and fiercely slammed towards Yangba. Its power was very terrifying. Once hit, even a 10,000-meter tall mountain would collapse. Let's see if your blood mountain or my battle axe is stronger. Yangba raised his arm, and an axe shadow immediately appeared, chopping down at Shihong's blood mountain. It was also a 1,000-zhong tall axe shadow, but the power it contained was equally powerful. When the two collided, it was like two mountains colliding. Billowing shockwaves were created, forcing Yang Wu and Shu Yujun to retreat. This guy's strength is really domineering. Yang Wu praised Yangba. Last time, he was able to defeat Yangba because of his bloodline suppression and innate talent. If it was a competition of pure strength, he was no match for Yangba. Now that he had advanced to the mid-level heavenly fish realm, he was no weaker than Yangba. All of you, go and capture this man and woman. Shiji ordered his subordinates. Yes, Second Prince. The blood-devouring evil devils behind Shiji shouted. Immediately, 6 blood-devouring evil devils rushed out at the same time and joined forces to unleash an extremely powerful force towards Yang Wu and Shu Yujun. Bloodplate seal. The 6 blood-devouring evil devils joined forces and condensed into a red blood plate. Clouds of evil blood chi emerged, and evil shadows soared into the sky. It was an extremely frightening scene. If it were other cultivators, they would have fallen into the hands of these blood-devouring evil devils before they could even resist. However, Yang Wu and Shu Yujun were not ordinary people. They were not afraid of these blood-devouring evil devils. I'll take the left, you take the right, Yang Wu said and rushed out with his celestial sword. Meteor sword. This was a sword technique of the heavenly fish realm. In Yang Wu's hands, he was able to unleash its power to perfection. Coupled with the seed of sword intent, he released the Tao of sword intent and slashed the blood plate rapidly. Sword light enveloped the 4 blood-devouring evil devils and shredded them to pieces on the spot. Shu Yujun, who was on Shiji's right, also made her move. Her sword technique was no weaker than Yang Wu's. Her Hengshan school sword technique was nimble and exquisite. 2 blood-devouring evil devils were shrouded in her sword momentum and were cut into countless pieces on the spot. 6 blood-devouring evil devils were killed by the 2 of them in a single move. This really shocked Shiji. No wonder you dare to come to my clan's territory. It turns out that your battle strength isn't bad. Both of you work together and eliminate them. Yes, Second Prince. The remaining 24 blood-devouring evil demons responded in unison and rushed out at the same time, attacking Yang Wu and Shu Yujun. The blood fog that blotted out the sky and covered the earth caused visual obstruction, and the evil demon Qi shrouded the heaven and earth, affecting their minds. Fists, palms, swords, all kinds of power contained incomparably powerful killing power. Protect yourself. At this moment, Yang Wu couldn't divert his attention to take care of Shu Yujun. He reminded her and the death chi enveloped the blood-devouring evil devils. The celestial sword was suffused with thick flames as it slashed out repeatedly. Each sword light broke through the blood mist and landed on the blood-devouring evil devils. Asterisk roar. Asterisk roar. Asterisk the Tao of Death was tyrannical. As long as one was a living being, they would be affected by it. Even the blood-devouring evil devils were no exception. A part of their vitality would be taken away, and their strength would be greatly weakened. To Yang Wu, this kind of opponent could be cut down as many as they came. The celestial sword carried torrential flames as it swept through the blood-devouring evil devils. The blood-devouring evil devils were incinerated until they screamed miserably. In the end, they withered and died. On the other side, Shu Yujun lived up to her reputation as the young miss of Mount Hung School. Her sword intent was incomparably sharp, and her attacks were tricky. The blood-devouring evil devils she faced were utterly defeated. However, no matter how powerful she wasn't as straightforward as Yang Wu's fire of extreme yang. A peak heaven realm blood-devouring evil devil lurked on her body and slapped out a shocking blood palm, causing her heavenly scale armor to crack and injure. Moreover, the blood-devouring evil chi invaded her body. Her expression changed greatly as she hastily retreated. Unfortunately, how could the blood-devouring evil devil let go of such a great opportunity? It unleashed a powerful suction force and roared, "Blood-devouring!" Blood-devouring was the blood-devouring evil devil's innate ability. As long as its blood touched the body, they had the ability to draw out the blood of any living being. Thus, they could suck the opponent dry and obtain victory. Damn it! Shu Yujun felt the blood in her body become restless and almost leave her body. Just as she was about to activate her holy item to protect herself, a sword slashed down from the sky and cut the peak heaven realm blood-devouring evil devil in half from head to toe. Bang! The blood-devouring evil devil's body exploded. Shu Yujun was finally saved. She looked at Yang Wu and said gratefully, "Thank you, Yang Wu. Don't be careless." Yang Wu nodded and continued to attack the other blood-devouring evil devils. This human isn't easy to deal with. Don't hold back anymore. We can't lose face for His Highness, the Second Prince. Even if we die, we must drag him down with us. Let's exhaust him to death. The blood-devouring evil devils roared furiously. Their eyes were bloodshot as they madly gathered their boundless energy and attacked Yang Wu. Demon Sky Palm, Blood River Rage, Demonic Wind Kick. Several blood-devouring evil fiends used all their strength to attack Yang Wu again. They did not believe that he was only a mid-heaven realm expert. How could he withstand their all-out attack? Yang Wu felt an inexplicable feeling when he saw these attacks. He could clearly capture their attack trajectories. This wasn't because of his soul eye, but because of the reaction of the Regal 9 Mysteries formula. To be precise, it was because of the blood fiend mysterious chi's sensitivity to blood chi. It allowed him to sense every movement of the blood-devouring evil devils when they activated their blood chi. This meant that the attacks of these blood-devouring evil devils were no longer secret to him. I didn't expect the Regal 9 Mysteries formula to have such a wonderful effect, Yang Wu thought in his heart. He poured the power of the blood fiend mysterious chi into the Tao of Death. The celestial sword in his hand continuously stabbed out. Every blood-red sword light pierced through several blood-devouring evil devils. When the sword light came into contact with the blood-devouring evil devils, not only did the Tao of Death deprive them of part of their vitality, but the blood fiend mysterious chi also corroded their blood chi, causing them to be seriously injured and aged. They fell into a state of panic. It's really useful. Yang Wu didn't use the power of Blue Demoness. Instead, he used the power of the blood fiend mysterious chi to achieve excellent results. Just as he was about to wipe out these blood-devouring evil devils, Shurji couldn't help but make his move. Sword devours the moon. Chapter 637. As the second prince of the blood-devouring evil devil, Shurji's strength was evident the moment he made his move. A crescent-shaped sword shadow slashed towards Yang Wu, leaving a trail of blood in its wake. It arrived before Yang Wu in the blink of an eye and landed on Yang Wu's body. It hit! Shiji exclaimed excitedly. Who would have thought that he had only slashed at Yang Wu's afterimage? It's too early for you to be happy. Yang Wu suddenly appeared beside Devourer and slashed his sword at its head. Shiji was very sensitive to blood chi. When Yang Wu's sword slashed at him, he dodged in advance, causing Yang Wu's attack to miss. What's your name? This prince doesn't kill nameless people. Shiji rushed to the side and shouted at Yang Wu. My dead subordinates don't deserve to know this heavenly king's name. Yang Wu replied. With a flap of his profound wings, he rushed towards Shiji at an astonishing speed, slashing down sword light like a meteor chasing after the moon. Shameless boasting. This prince will skin you alive. Shiji wasn't an ordinary blood-devouring evil devil. As the second prince of this place, he was incomparably proud. His sword skills weren't any weaker than Yang Wu's. Evil Shadow flips the moon. A huge demonic shadow appeared. Its extraordinary power seemed to want to pluck the moon from the night sky. It was definitely one of the pinnacle powers in the heavenly realm. Yang Wu once again activated the sensing ability of the supreme 9 Mysteries arts. Devourer's blood chi was completely within the range of his senses. None of his movements could escape his senses. He could predict his attack, block his attack in advance, or put up the best defense. No matter what choice he made, he would be in an invincible position. Yang Wu's lips curved into a faint smile as he thought to himself, I'll have a good fight with this guy. Yang Wu countered Devourer's moves as he engaged in a fierce battle with Shiji. Devourer's fighting strength was indeed weaker than Yang Wu's. If he encountered Yang Wu before he broke through to the intermediate heavenly fish realm, he might be able to force Yang Wu into a difficult situation. But now, he couldn't do anything to Yang Wu. After exchanging hundreds of moves, Yang Wu vaguely felt that he could use the power of this blood chi to create his own attack. There are thousands of combat skills, but the most suitable for oneself was none other than creating one's own move. However, it was extremely difficult to create a technique. Even the most talented geniuses were only able to create a technique by chance. Many geniuses were only able to become famous by learning the combat skills left behind by their predecessors. It was not easy to leave behind a scroll of combat skills. Right now, Yang Wu was only scratching the surface. He still had a long way to go. However, he could vaguely feel that he had taken the first step. Only those who dared to think and do would have a chance to succeed. If one didn't even dare to think about it, there was no chance of success. Devourer's series of attacks had failed, which annoyed him. He decided to use his trump card. I didn't expect there to be such a powerful young human aside from Yangba. I think killing you will make your human race feel heartache. A blood-red mark emerged on his glabella. Wisps of demonic energy gathered and strengthened the blood-red mark. It looked like a blood-red cloud had formed above his head. Edited by Lifer, Fingerfox Blood-Devouring Cloud Seal. This was the innate ability of their prince. It had the terrifying power to suppress and kill powerful enemies. Go, send this human on his way. Devourer said proudly. With a flick of his finger, a blood-red cloud shrouded Yang Wu. Yang Wu finally felt threatened. The power of this blood-red cloud could threaten a dragon transformation realm expert. If he wasn't careful, he would be erased by the blood-red cloud. These demons are indeed different, Yang Wu exclaimed inwardly. He didn't dare to hold back. The power of his bloodline surged. A shadow of black tortoise appeared behind him. This was the battle shadow of the black tortoise. It was many times more solid than when he fought against Yangba. Mysterious battle runes appeared between his eyebrows. The black tortoise opened his eyes slightly and shouted, Kill. Nameless sword. Sword Chi soared to the 9 heavens, cutting down the stars. This sword had just destroyed Devourer's fused body. The power of this sword was even more terrifying. The 2000 zhong long sword light slashed the blood-red cloud. Rumble, rumble. The sword and the seal crisscrossed above, producing earth-shattering sounds. Endless xian qi and blood qi rolled down. The rocks below the mountain exploded, and the trees collapsed. It was like a natural disaster. Yang Ba, who had just severely injured Devour, couldn't help but twitch his eyelids when he saw this scene. This guy's battle strength has increased by so much. He could feel that if Yang Wu used this sword on him, he would have to go through a lot of trouble to block it. The blood-devouring evil demons in the surrounding mountains had long been alarmed. Countless pairs of eyes looked in this direction, revealing an extremely shocked expression. It's the second prince's blood seal divine ability. Who forced him to this step? Could it be the Yang family's small saint? It doesn't look like it. The Yang family has sent another young expert to die. Let's go help the second prince. These blood prey have already come to our door. There's no reason to let them leave. A large group of blood-devouring demons surrounded the battlefield, sealing it off. They wouldn't allow Yang Wu, Shu Yujun, and Taoist Yang Ba to leave. At this time, the victor between Yang Wu and Devour had been decided. The blood seal had been broken, and a crack had appeared on Devour's forehead. Clearly, he was heavily injured. Yang Wu had used up a lot of energy from this move, but it was still within his tolerance range. His Supreme Nine profound arts could continuously absorb the profound chi of heaven and earth, and he did not need to worry about being affected by the demonic chi. You're just so. Yang Wu said disdainfully. He didn't care about the blood-devouring fiend devils and chased after Shiji. Damn you! How dare you break my blood seal? Don't think that you could defeat me like this. Protector Devour, merge with my blood. Devour shouted at the heavily injured Devour. It's the second prince. Devour cried out in alarm. He turned into a blood shadow and rushed towards Devour. At the same time, the blood chi of the blood-devouring demons that had just been killed surged towards Devour. Blood fusion evil art. It was the same move again. However, the power of the blood fusion between Devour and Devour couldn't be compared to Devour's blood fusion. Devour's blood fusion had barely reached the half-step minor devil saint realm, while the fusion between Devour and Devour was infinitely close to the minor devil saint realm. In terms of battle prowess, it was comparable to a low-level minor devil saint. Yang Wu sighed softly. These fiends really don't know when to stop playing. Yang Wu, we should go. Shu Yujun anxiously transmitted to Yang Wu. Don't worry, they're just chickens and dogs. Yang Wu said indifferently. I'll show you who's the chickens and dogs. After the fusion, Devour's body became much stronger. The blood-red crescent moon sword once again slashed towards Yang Wu. The power of this casual slash wasn't any weaker than the blood cloud seal he had just used. It was comparable to the strength of a minor devil saint. Yang Wu finally felt the pressure, but he didn't back down. Instead, he became even more excited. The power of his bloodline boiled to the extreme. He adjusted himself to his peak state and murmured, "Finally, I can fight to my heart's content." Black Tortoise Battle Shadow. This time, Yang Wu activated all his battle chi. The Black Tortoise Battle Shadow behind him finally opened its eyes. When Yang Ba saw this scene, he exclaimed, "Black Tortoise Battle Shadow has become a spirit." Black Tortoise Battle Chi had different stages and forms. Ordinary battle chi existed in the bloodline and was difficult to manifest. This was called internal illusory battle chi. Battle chi that could increase one's battle strength could be condensed into an aura, called external battle chi. If one could condense a Black Tortoise Battle Shadow and greatly increase one's battle strength, it could be called Black Tortoise Battle Shadow. Once the Black Tortoise Battle Shadow came to life and opened its eyes, it would be the Black Tortoise Battle Shadow stage. Only those of the Yang family who had extremely pure bloodline power could display these three stages. After the Black Tortoise Battle Shadow became a spirit, there were three more stages: Black Tortoise Battle Soul, Black Tortoise Avatar, and Black Tortoise Spirit Transformation. These three stages could only be displayed by those of the Yang family who had the purest bloodline power in the ancient times. Yang Wu was only in the intermediate heavenly fish realm, but he was able to activate the stage of Black Tortoise Spirit Transformation, which actually meant that he had the purest bloodline power of the Yang family. As for the next three stages, he had to reach a certain realm before he could display them one after another. Yang Ba grew up in the City of Redemption, But it didn't mean that he didn't understand the situation of the Yang family's bloodline power. On the contrary, when he was very young, he heard his grandfather say in detail that his family hoped that he could awaken the most powerful bloodline power and leave the city of redemption. Because of this, his grandfather and father used a secret method to continue their bloodline power to him, causing his grandfather and father to die earlier. He gathered the bloodline power of 3 generations and only awakened the 3rd stage of Black Tortoise Battle Shadow, which had reached the height of the Yang family's Heaven's Prides. If he hadn't killed the Yang family out of anger, he wouldn't have been in the City of Redemption. Now, he was really shocked to see that Yang Wu had awakened the stage of Black Tortoise Spirit Transformation, because reaching this stage proved that Yang Wu's bloodline purity had reached at least 70%. Only those who had awakened more than 70% of their bloodline could meet the requirements of awakening the stage of Black Tortoise Spirit Transformation. Otherwise, even if it was an expert in the Dragon Transformation realm or the Starline realm, they might not be able to awaken the power of Black Tortoise Spirit Transformation. The Black Tortoise Spirit Transformation had unparalleled offense and defense. Chapter 638. The Black Tortoise Battle Chi was the bloodline power of the Yang family. It was the bloodline power awakened by the ancestors of the Yang family. Not only could it increase one's battle prowess, but also had an extraordinary defensive power, because it was the power of the Black Tortoise. The Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Vermilion Bird, and Black Tortoise were the 4 top divine beasts. They were the kings of the Spirit Demon race and the Dire Beast race. The Black Tortoise Battle Chi of the Yang family corresponded to the power of the Black Tortoise. Its battle prowess was extremely powerful, but its defense was its most powerful ability. After Yang Wu displayed the Black Tortoise Spirit Transformation, the heavenly scale armor on his body changed rapidly. The previous 2 layers of heavenly scale armor were already quite strong. Now, there were specks of starlight on all the scales. His defensive power had reached the stage of scales like stars, which was the 2nd stage of the chaotic heavenly scale armor technique. His defensive power had increased by several folds. Even an early miner saint would find it hard to break through his defense. It was a pity that Yang Wu had yet to display the power of the Black Tortoise Transformation. Otherwise, his defensive power would have increased by more than just a little. He still needed to master the power of the Black Tortoise Transformation in order to display its unparalleled offensive and defensive power. Yang Wu held the Cloudy Heaven Sword in his hand. The power that erupted from his body was even more terrifying than a top heavenly fish realm expert. It was close to the strength of a half-step Dragon Transformation realm expert. The blue light slashed out and the blood-red sword light slashed out by Shurji continuously. Asterisk Hong Long Hong Long. Asterisk Yang Wu and Shurji fought fiercely. The sword lights from both sides kept colliding. The destructive power was terrifying. Even if a peak heavenly fish realm expert got close to them, he would be severely injured, if not killed. Shu Yujun, despite being one of the peerless geniuses, had no choice but to quickly retreat. Coincidentally, there were blood-devouring evil devils trying to capture her. Fortunately, her reaction was fast enough to prevent these blood-devouring evil devils from succeeding. Yang Ba was also besieged by the blood-devouring evil devils. As he had been fighting with them for many years, he already had a way to deal with them. Before the blood-devouring evil devils could even touch him, they were already smashed into pieces by his battle axe. I believe the blood-devouring evil devils will be obedient for a while after slaughtering you all, Yang Ba said proudly. Since they couldn't fight with their full strength, they could only compete to see who could kill more blood-devouring evil devils. The battle between Yang Wu and Devourer was intense. Waves of fireworks bloomed in the dark night sky, illuminating a large area. The falling power had smashed thousands of holes in the mountains. Some of the innocent, blood-devouring evil devils were severely injured, and some even died. Although its strength had increased by so much, it still couldn't suppress Yang Wu. Unwilling to accept this, it once again used its innate demonic ability. a blood-red cloud seal that was even denser than before pressed down on Yang Wu. Yang Wu felt as if his bloodline power was being devoured by the blood-red cloud seal. His black tortoise roared and shattered the devouring power. Yang Wu felt a mysterious connection with the black tortoise's spirit. He put away the cloudy heaven sword and communicated with the black tortoise's spirit. Sure enough, the black tortoise's spirit was incomparably compatible with him. He formed hand seals, and the black tortoise's spirit became increasingly corporeal. One of his hands formed a fist, while the other turned into a palm, blasting out a terrifying power that could overturn rivers and seas. Dragon Turtle Sea-Turning Art. The dragon turtle was a top-notch aquatic demon. It possessed both the bloodline of the dragon clan and the turtle clan. Yang Wu had awakened the black tortoise's spirit. The black tortoise was only slightly stronger than the dragon turtle, and its water-controlling technique was unparalleled. Yang Wu finally displayed the perfect stage of the dragon turtle sea-turning art. At this moment, he felt as if he had transformed into a black tortoise. He stepped on the sea and could shatter the sea with a casual punch and a casual palm. This terrifying power had broken through the heavenly fish realm and reached the level of a minor saint. It overturned Shurji's blood cloud seal, and a large amount of energy landed on Shurji, who couldn't retreat in time. Shurji cried out in grief, "It's over!" Asterisk bang. Asterisk Devour was drowned by Yang Wu's power. His powerful blood fusion art was completely erased before it could break down. When everything dissipated, Yang Wu thought that Devour and Devour were dead for sure. But then, he heard Devour's voice. "No matter who you are, you won't live long after injuring this prince." A streak of blood-red light flashed into the depths of the mountain. Yang Wu wanted to chase after it, but it was too late. "Devour him while he's exhausted," a blood-devouring evil devil shouted. The other blood-devouring evil devils rushed towards Yang Wu in a frenzy. Yang Wu had indeed exhausted most of his strength. That attack just now had consumed a lot of his energy. If it was someone else, they would have chosen to break out of the encirclement and run away. But Yang Wu didn't run away. He remembered the training his master had given him in the demon taming palace. Only by pushing himself to the limit could he unleash more power. Kill. Yang Wu held the cloudy heaven sword in one hand and the double-edged triple dragon spear in the other. He rushed towards the blood-devouring evil devils. The chi of death enveloped the blood-devouring evil devils. Sword intent and spear intent were stimulated at the same time. The blood-devouring evil devils who had been deprived of their vitality were still unable to withstand a single blow from him. The Tao flower of the divine court swayed gently. The chi of death covered an area of 30 miles. None of the blood-devouring evil devils could escape from Yang Wu's slaughter. Even if some of the stronger blood-devouring evil devils chose to self-destruct, they still couldn't injure Yang Wu. His defensive strength had reached the level of minor saint. Only a minor devil saint would be able to injure him. These blood-devouring evil devils didn't have the qualifications to do so. The blood-devouring evil devils were terrified. They began to cry for help, but even their second prince had escaped. How could they possibly have the ability to ask for help? They didn't dare to show their faces. They all hid in the dark. Some even moved to the depths of the mountain to seek the protection of the minor devil saints. All the blood-devouring evil devils had fled. The blood-devouring evil devils that were besieging Shu Yujun and Yangba were no exception. Shu Yujun let out a long sigh of relief. These guys are really difficult to deal with. Her cultivation foundation was incomparably strong. If it were other high-level heavenly fish realm cultivators here, they would have been exhausted to death or captured. Yangba also felt that it was strenuous. The blood-devouring evil devils were not easy to kill. Every time he killed one, it would consume his strength. If he continued to kill them like this, anyone would be exhausted to death. Yang Wu was also panting, but his face was still filled with incomparable excitement. He murmured, "This is really satisfying." In the next moment, he actually wanted to chase after the fleeing, blood-devouring evil devils. Shu Yujun had no choice but to shout, "Yang Wu, don't chase after them. I haven't had enough yet. Yang Wu replied. Do you still have tender feelings for the fair sex? Shu Yujun couldn't stand Yang Wu anymore. She stepped forward and kicked Yang Wu. Yang Wu looked at Shu Yujun, who was close at hand. He discovered that her bright and beautiful face was stained with blood and drops of sweat. A large part of her sleeve was tattered, revealing her snow lotus-like skin. Her plump buttocks were constantly rising and falling as she breathed. It was such a spectacular sight. Her appearance was a little disheveled, but it looked like a different kind of flavor. He couldn't help but praise, Yujun, you're really beautiful. Shua. Shu Yujun's face instantly flushed red. Her maiden heart was beating rapidly. She shyly lowered her head and sighed. You're not blind after all. Let's rest here. I'll stand guard for you. Yang Wu changed his mind and said to Shu Yujun and Yang Ba. Humph. Yang Ba coldly snorted. He didn't pay attention to Yang Wu's words. Instead, he walked in another direction, as if he didn't want to accept Yang Wu's kindness. Little brother, come back. Yang Wu reprimanded Yang Ba. Who's your little brother? Yang Ba glared back at Yang Wu and shouted. Of course it's you. Why are you still not convinced? Yang Wu walked over to Yang Ba and said faintly. Yang Wu decided to properly intimidate Yang Ba. He would definitely take in such a capable little brother. Convince my ass. If you want to fight, I'll fight with you again. Don't think that I'm afraid of you. Yang Ba's temperament was also quite impatient. He was quite unconvinced of Yang Wu's strength and replied in a domineering manner. All right, then I'll beat you until you're convinced. The spirit of the black tortoise on Yang Wu's body once again appeared behind him. The black tortoise glared at Yang Ba. Yang Ba, who was just about to raise his chi, was suppressed by the spirit of the black tortoise. This was the terrifying aspect of the spirit of the black tortoise. It could suppress those with the same bloodline as it. Yang Ba's bloodline was definitely not weak, but it was still not enough in front of Yang Wu. Don't even think about suppressing me. Get out of my way. Yang Ba mobilized the power of his bloodline and dantian and used all his strength to resist. Faintly, the shadow of the black tortoise appeared behind him. Unfortunately, it tried to rise up several times, but it was suppressed by the spirit of the black tortoise. In the end, it collapsed and was completely unable to resist. Despicable bloodline. Yang Ba angrily punched the ground. Bang! He didn't use any strength. His fist shattered the stone, and a deep hole appeared. Blood also seeped out from his flesh. It was clear that he didn't hold back at all. Obediently be my little brother, and you can be more promising in this life. Otherwise, I don't mind teaching you a lesson, Yang Wu said as he lightly patted Yang Ba's shoulder. Get out of my way. What qualifications do you have to be my boss? Yang Ba angrily cursed as he waved his fist towards Yang Wu. He didn't use any strength. With his body at the peak of the heaven realm, he still possessed extremely powerful strength. Ordinary heaven realm experts wouldn't be his opponent. It seems like you're still not convinced. Then open your eyes and watch. Even if I don't use any strength, I can still crush you. Yang Wu replied as he dispersed his strength and fought with Yang Ba barehanded. Bang bang. In the blink of an eye, the two of them exchanged dozens of punches. Every punch hit the flesh without any fanciful moves or profound chi. It was just a matter of whose fist was harder. After a while, someone let out a miserable cry. Don't hit people's faces when you hit them. Why did you hit my face? This is the result of not being my little brother. Are you convinced? I'm not convinced. Then I'll beat you until you're convinced. Chapter 639. Yang Ba was miserably abused. He grew up in the city of redemption and constantly tempered his body since he was a child, fighting with demons. He thought that his physical strength was extraordinary. If Yang Wu didn't use his power, he would definitely be able to beat Yang Wu until he knelt and begged for mercy. Unfortunately, he was too naive. Yang Wu's physical body was not inferior to his combat power. Otherwise, how could he break the 5 records in Mount Hung in a row? Yang Wu had a spotless body. As long as he continued to cultivate, his physical body would become a saint, and his combat power would be extraordinary. Right now, his physique was infinitely close to the little divine body. How could Yang Wu not be abused in a physical battle with him? Yangba's face was beaten into a pig's head. Snot, tears, and blood flowed all over his face. He lay on the ground and looked at the sky blankly. He almost burst into tears. He was in his 30s, and this was the first time he had been abused so miserably. He was extremely sad. He was known as a martial arts genius since he was born, and he lived up to everyone's expectations. He had made great progress and reached the peak of the heavenly fish realm in less than 30 years of cultivation. He was only one step away from the dragon transformation realm. He firmly believed that even if he returned to the outside world, he would be able to fight against those peerless geniuses. But who would have thought that before he had time to find a way to leave this place, he would be abused like this by a teenager who was 10 years younger than him? His confidence had suffered a great blow. If you want to cry, cry. After you're done crying, be my little brother, Yang Wu said in a tone that left no room for discussion. He turned and walked towards Shu Yujun. Shu Yujun looked at Yang Wu, who was walking towards her, and said worriedly, Is this really okay? There's nothing wrong with it. Here are some medicinal pills. Take them in case you need them. Yang Wu said lightly. Then I won't be polite, Shu Yujun said with a smile. Although she wasn't an alchemist, she wasn't someone who lacked medicinal pills. However, since Yang Wu took the initiative to give her medicinal pills, she still happily accepted them. This was Yang Wu taking the initiative to express his goodwill to her, proving that their relationship had improved. Hurry up and heal your injuries. I don't have time to wait here for too long, Yang Wu said. He didn't wait for Shu Yujun's response and rushed towards one of the mountains. He was guarding the two of them, but he didn't have to stay by their side. His senses weren't any weaker than those minor saints. If the blood-devouring evil devils were to approach them, he would be the first to sense it. Of course, he didn't dare to stay too far away. He was just searching for something on a mountain. The place where the blood-devouring evil fiend resided had the blood-devouring vine, which was a very nutritious medicinal ingredient. He couldn't let it go. Sure enough, after Yang Wu circled around the mountain, he found several blood-red vines growing on the mountain wall. These were the blood-devouring vines. Just as Yang Wu approached the blood-devouring vines, they suddenly took the initiative to attack Yang Wu. The speed of their attack wasn't slow. They were like coiling snakes, quickly sweeping towards Yang Wu's feet, wanting to entangle him. Moreover, the vines had thorns on them that could pierce through the flesh of a living being and suck out their blood. How could Yang Wu let them succeed? He reached out a blue palm and grabbed at the roots of the blood-devouring vines, pulling them up by the roots in the blink of an eye. After Yang Wu pulled them out, they still had the strength to entangle his arm. The thorn stabbed fiercely into Yang Wu's hand, but unfortunately, they couldn't break through his skin. Yang Wu muttered, Their resistance isn't bad. Ordinary King Realm experts would have their blood sucked out if they encountered them. After obtaining the blood-devouring vines, Yang Wu continued his search. There weren't only blood-devouring vines here. There were also some other medicinal ingredients and stones. Yang Wu couldn't waste them. In the depths of the devouring evil mountain range, Devour Ji's bloody body returned to a cave. This was the cave of the patriarch of the blood-devouring evil devil tribe. The cave was extremely spacious, and there was a flowing blood spirit spring. There were also many dried corpses. In the middle of the blood spirit spring was a huge blood egg. The cave was guarded by the blood-devouring evil devils. Ordinary blood-devouring evil devils couldn't get close. When Devour arrived, he transformed into his human form and said respectfully, Lord Father, I have embarrassed you. I wish to enter the blood spirit spring to recover my strength. Is it the Yang family? Where did they get the courage? A faint voice sounded from the blood egg. It's the Yang family. However, the one who came this time is a peerless heaven's pride. His battle strength isn't any weaker than Yangba's. His bloodline power is even stronger. If I can absorb it, my battle strength will definitely increase. Lord Father, please send Elder Shiryu to capture him and Yangba together. It will definitely help Lord Father attain a saint body as soon as possible. Devour spoke truthfully. Tisk TSK. To think that someone would send over a powerful blood meal. This time, we must capture all of them and complete our plan. When the time comes, we can break out of this damned place. replied an excited voice from within the blood egg. Then, Lord Father, can we send Elder Shiryu now? Humph, now is not the time. However, it will only take a few days. When the time comes, all the clans will go all out. This 1,000-year plan must not fail. Let them jump around for a few days first. Shu Yujun and Yang Ba recovered their strength quickly. Their dantian was once again filled up. Moreover, their strength had increased by another level. Especially Shu Yujun, who was on the verge of breaking through to the peak heavenly fish realm, was forcibly suppressed by her. Yang Wu could feel that Shu Yujun wanted to accumulate strength before breaking through. When the day came, her battle strength would definitely be extraordinary. Yang Ba had already reached the peak of the heavenly fish realm. It could be said that he was half a step away from the dragon transformation realm. Unfortunately, it was not easy for him to take that step. It might take a year or even 10 years. His body had long been contaminated by the demonic qi. Even if a part of his soul had been removed, it did not mean that all the hidden dangers had been removed. Yang Wu said earnestly to him, "If you want to break through to the dragon transformation realm, be obedient and be my little brother. A soul-cleansing, evil-suppressing pill can cure all the diseases in your body." Yang Ba wanted to refute, but after hesitating for a moment, he decided to endure it. In any case, he could not beat him. What else could he do? Now, are we going to continue going deeper? Shu Yujun asked Yang Wu. Let's go in. Right now, my domino points are still too low. I want to complete the mission completely within half a month and leave this place as soon as possible, Yang Wu said with a firm expression. Okay, then let's continue going in, Shu Yujun replied softly. Actually, you don't have to take the risk with me, Yang Wu said as he looked at Shu Yujun with a gentle gaze. Shu Yujun was capable and agile, full of heroic spirit, and had a proud figure. She was somewhat similar to Wan Lanxin. The only difference was that she was more mature and full of charm. After interacting with her for a long time, one would feel a sense of conquest, especially in this place filled with demonic qi. Even Yang Wu's state of mind was not as calm. Killing the demonic qi is the responsibility of everyone in the world. I, Shu Yujun, am not someone who is afraid of death, Shu Yujun said heroically. After pausing for a moment, she gave Yang Wu a coquettish look and said, "Besides, with you by my side, even if the sky falls down, I won't be afraid." Yang Wu was in a good mood. He laughed heartily and said, "All right, since Miss Shu has such heroic feelings, then let's kill the demonic qi together." Yang Wu, Shu Yujun, and Yang Ba set off towards the depths of the devouring evil mountain range. Along the way, there were demonic qi, bloodthirsty demons that came out to block their path. However, they were easily killed by them. In front of the three of them, there was no minor devil saint level opponent. They were simply unable to withstand a single blow. Even if there was a half-step minor devil saint level demonic qi bloodthirsty demon, it was easily killed by Yang Wu. After killing this demonic qi bloodthirsty demon, his domino only increased by 10,000 points. This made him very unhappy. It was not worth it to calculate these points according to the heavenly realm demonic qi bloodthirsty demons. In the blink of an eye, 3 days had passed. Yang Wu's group of 3 had swept through dozens of demonic qi bloodthirsty demons in the mountains. Yang Wu's points had reached 689 million points. There was still a long way to go before reaching 5 million points. Although this kind of plundering of points was already very fast, Yang Wu was still not satisfied. He had figured out the weakness of these demonic qi bloodthirsty demons. It was easy to kill them, but the other party had not sent any minor devil saints. It was obvious that they would have to go deeper to encounter them. If that was the case, he could barely bear it. However, Shu Yujun and Yang Ba might not be able to bear it. On this night, Yang Jinlong continuously devoured the blood essence of many demonic qi bloodthirsty demons. His strength had increased, and he stepped into the intermediate Earth-Sea realm. Yang Wu was worried that if he devoured too much demonic qi bloodthirsty demons, he would turn into a demonic flood dragon. When Yang Wu explained that his bloodline power could suppress the demonic energy, and that the lightning punishment he attracted during his breakthrough could also purify the demonic energy, Yang Wu felt relieved. On this day, Yang Wu and the others charged into a mountain and finally encountered a difficult opponent. They had fallen into an ambush. There was a high-level array formation here. When they entered, there were countless evil blood chi that turned into demons and ghosts that pounced on them. There were also powerful forces that formed all kinds of different weapons that attacked them crazily. The blood-devouring evil fiend also understands the Tao of arrays. Yang Wu was shocked. Yang Ba said in a deep voice, "The blood-devouring evil tribe has a demonkin called Yuma. He's a genius array master. He once laid down a powerful killing array and killed hundreds of our elites. I didn't expect to meet him here." Sure enough, a demonic youth wearing a feather robe appeared in front of them. He held a feather fan in his hand and smiled faintly. "You've had enough killing in the past few days, but now that you're here, you'll be captured obediently. That young lady is really pretty. She'll be my wife today." His gaze fell on Shu Yujun. There was no doubt in his eyes. He couldn't wait to strip Shu Yujun naked and have her. "You really think you've got us?" Yang Wu asked calmly. "Oomph. Even a small saint can't escape after entering my demon-slaughtering array," Yuma said with incomparable confidence. "I'm too lazy to talk nonsense with you. I'll take care of him immediately," Yang Wu said to Yang Ba. "You'll know who's taking care of who soon. Demons slaughtering humans kill." Yuma didn't wait for Yang Wu to make a move. He raised his hand and controlled the array to kill Yang Wu and the others. Wu Wu. Chapter 640. Demonic wind blew continuously in the demon execution formation. Demons appeared, baring their fangs and brandishing their claws. Their appearance was extremely terrifying. Those who were timid would definitely be scared out of their wits. These demons spat out demonic chi. Each of their attacks was comparable to the attack of a top heavenly fish realm expert. Even the strength of a half-step minor saint expert was no match for them. The overwhelming power enveloped Yang Wu, Shu Yujun, and Yang Ba. They had no choice but to use all of their strength to defend themselves. Yang Wu had still underestimated the power of this formation. He had activated the chaotic heavenly armor art, and his defensive power was extremely strong. However, he was still in pain from the impact of this force. If this continued for a long time, he wouldn't be able to withstand it. Shu Yujun, who was beside him, was not any better. Fortunately, she was wearing the little saint armor, so she was able to withstand the attacks. Yang Ba used his own strength to resist the attacks. One had to admit that his combat strength was very strong, but it would be difficult for him to continue like this. "Hee, let's see how long you guys can last." Yuma sneered outside the formation. The blood-devouring devil beside him flattered. "Master Yuma's formation is unparalleled. Once I capture them, I will have completed the task given by the patriarch." Yuma said happily. He paused for a moment and continued. "But this woman cannot be given to the patriarch. He did not say that he wanted her. It's best to leave her to me to be his wife. Disgusting demon, you are not worthy of me. Go to hell." Shu Yujun glared at Yuma and scolded him. "Ha! Whether I am worthy or not, you will know when I get it." Yuma laughed. His eyes were filled with killing intent. He formed a seal with both of his palms and shouted, "Take down those two eyesores first. Suppress them for me." Yuma controlled the power of the formation. Most of the demonic energy was directed towards Yang Wu and Yang Ba. "You think I'm a sick cat if I don't show my power? Break." Yang Ba was an impatient person. He roared towards the sky and slashed at the demons with his giant axe. However, before he could make a move, an invisible force bound him. He couldn't break free for a moment and was hit by the power of the demons. He fell to the ground and spat out blood. On the other side, Yang Wu was in the same situation. With the power of the array binding him, the demons fell at the same time. He couldn't avoid them even if he wanted to. Rumble. Yang Wu suffered the same attack as Yang Ba, but he wasn't as miserable as Yang Ba. The defensive strength of his heavenly scale armor was different. It was able to withstand the attack of an early minor saint. "He's pretty tough, but he's still going to die." Yuma was surprised to see that Yang Wu was still standing. Then, He controlled the power of the array to attack Yang Wu again. "Little brother, can you break the formation?" Yang Wu called out to Yang Ba, who was lying on the ground, while activating his defense. "Break!" Yang Ba shouted in a domineering manner. Light flickered on his back as his innate potential erupted. A giant axe soared into the sky and slashed towards the array formation. Evil Axe Killer. Innate potential represented the uniqueness of a person. This Evil Axe Killer also represented Yang Ba's innate potential. Not only was the strength of the axe overbearing, but it also carried a dense evil chi. The innate power of the axe was so overbearing that it caused the array formation to tremble. Dust flew everywhere, and the array formation was about to break apart. The surrounding blood-devouring evil devils were shocked. They were counting on Yuma's array formation to kill their enemies. If it was broken, they wouldn't be able to withstand it. It's not that easy to break my grand array. Suppress it with all your might." Yuma sneered. Both of his hands kept forming seals. The array formation flashed along with his seals. More terrifying demonic blades formed by the demonic devils slashed on the giant axe crazily. The power of these demonic devils gathered at one point, forming a power comparable to an early minor devil saint. It forcefully destroyed Yang Ba's Evil Axe Killer. I don't believe that your array formation is invincible. I must break it." Yang Ba roared and activated the evil axe with all his might. The terrifying power that could slay gods and devils reached its peak. The 2,000 feet long axe light and the demonic blades collided with each other. The array formation kept shaking as if the mountain was going to collapse at any time. What a powerful innate power. But it's not that easy to break the array. Sacrifice the Saint Bone. When Yuma saw that his array formation was about to be broken, a shiny black bone appeared in his hand. It was releasing a dense demonic Saint Chi, which looked extremely terrifying. The next moment, Yuma threw the Saint Bone towards the eye of the array formation. Suddenly, the power of the Demon Slayer array increased tremendously. The Saint Bone burst out a shocking demonic blade shadow. It was 10,000 feet long, and its power was quite terrifying. Even the surrounding blood-devouring evil devils were so scared that they fell to the ground. They looked at Yuma with respect. With such an array formation, it would not be difficult to kill a minor devil saint. The demonic blade shadow slashed directly on Yang Ba's evil axe. The evil axe was like porcelain. After being touched, it cracked inch by inch. There was no way it could block the power of the demonic blade. Puff! The power of Yang Ba's evil axe was shattered, and he suffered a backlash. Blood spurted out of his mouth, and his breath immediately became dispirited. His body fell to the ground, and he no longer had the strength to attack. Yang Wu and Shu Yujun, on the other hand, were fine. Yang Ba had restrained most of the power of the formation, so they were much more relaxed. Only after the appearance of the demonic saber shadow did they feel the pressure once again. "Do you want me to ask for an imperial edict?" Shu Yujun asked Yang Wu. "There's no need to kill a chicken with a sledgehammer." Yang Wu smiled faintly. Yuma's gaze fell on Yang Wu. She controlled the demonic blade shadow and slashed towards Yang Wu. "Brat, you still dare to be so arrogant. Now, it's your turn. Saint Devil Blade, slash. I've let you jump around for a while, and now you really think you're invincible. I'll send you to meet the King of Hell." Yang Wu squinted his eyes and said. The ice-bladed wings had already taken the opportunity and slashed towards Yuma's neck. Asterisk puff. Asterisk U, E was a master of array formation. He could fight a primary minor saint with the help of the array formation. However, he was just a mid-heavenly fish. When Yang Wu activated the ice-bladed wings, he couldn't detect it. The sharp ice blade quietly cut through his neck. His head was immediately cut off, and his body fell straight to the ground. He didn't even know what had happened until he died. The blood-devouring evil devil beside him was stunned and couldn't react for a moment. After losing the control of UE, the power of the demonic blade shadow had also dissipated. The demonic blade shadow had also dispersed. As long as the power of the array was broken, they would be free. Let's break it all. Yang Wu unleashed the barbaric fist. With the strength of a barbaric bull, he smashed onto the array wall. The overbearing force directly destroyed the power of the array, and it was no longer able to bind them. The array couldn't withstand Yang Wu's violence. With just a single punch, the array was shattered. In fact, when Yang Ba first unleashed the evil axe slaughter, the array was already cracking. If it wasn't for Yuma activating the Devil's Saint's Bone, the array would have been destroyed long ago. Now that there was no one activating the Devil's Saint's Bone, it was just a defensive array. Without the support of the array, even the Saint Bone defensive array would be destroyed. Take care of my little brother. I'll kill them. Yang Wu instructed Shu Yujun. The death chi shrouded the blood-devouring evil devil. In an instant, the blood chi of the blood-devouring evil devil decreased rapidly. With the help of blue demoness firepower, all of them were annihilated. In fact, Yang Wu could have killed Yuma long ago. He had only waited until now to let Yang Ba know of his ability. If he followed him, his future would be bright. If he didn't, it would be his loss. In the past few days, the Death Chi field had absorbed a lot of the blood-devouring evil devil's Death Chi. The power of the Death Dao was gradually increasing. As long as the blood-devouring evil devil was hit by his power, half of their life force would be taken away. These blood-devouring evil devil were no longer a threat. However, through the past few days of killing, Yang would gain some insight into creating his own moves. He wanted to use the Death Dao to create a set of powerful moves to kill the blood-devouring evil devil. At present, he could sense the trajectory of the blood-devouring evil devil's attack through the evil blood chi. It was a reaction caused by the evil blood chi. After killing all the blood-devouring evil devils, he sat down cross-legged and began to recall the battle with the blood-devouring evil devils in the past few days. Every scene was replayed repeatedly. From the attacks of the blood-devouring evil devils to his counterattacks, he was repeatedly sorting out the details and trying to create his first move. Unknowingly, Yang Wu had fallen into a wonderful state of enlightenment. Even Shu Yujun, who was on the side, noticed his abnormality. She discovered that Yang Wu's Death Chi field was automatically released. Yang Wu closed his eyes and kept gesturing with his hands. He looked a bit like a fool. Is he comprehending the Tao? Shu Yujun murmured with her eyes wide open. Comprehending the Tao was a once-in-a-century opportunity for any cultivator. Some people comprehended the Tao and broke through several boundaries in a single day, becoming a peerless master of their generation. Some people comprehended the Tao and formed a martial Tao supernatural ability, gaining extraordinary combat strength. Some people comprehended the Tao and reached the realm of unity with the heavens, comprehending the Tao of heaven and man. In a cultivator's lifetime, it was difficult to find a chance to comprehend the Tao, but Yang Wu had actually comprehended the Tao at this time. How could Shu Yujun not be surprised? Every person who comprehended the Tao was a peerless genius, or one who had accumulated a great deal of experience and perseverance. Yang Wu undoubtedly belonged to the former. Just what had he gained from comprehending the Tao? Yang Wu was comprehending the Tao today to create a new move. His mind constantly flashed through his experiences from the mountain prison to the army to Royal City and so on. All the gains from each battle were combined into one in his comprehension of the Tao. He finally grasped the key to creating a move. The so-called creation of a move was to create a move that was most suitable for oneself. This time, he had used the Tao of Death to continuously kill demons. All of his experiences had gathered together to form the slaying demon move. Suddenly, the power of the demons around Yang Wu began to gather, forming the appearance of blood-devouring demons. Countless blood-devouring demons rushed towards Yang Wu. The overwhelming power was terrifying, causing Shu Yujun to jump in fright. Suddenly, a death scythe appeared in Yang Wu's hand, and he quietly slashed out with an incomparably stunning move. Slaying Demon. Chapter 641. Not good, Shu Yujun exclaimed. She stretched out a profound chi palm and grabbed Yang Ba, who was still healing himself, and soared into the sky. The moment she and Yang Ba took to the air, Yang Wu's surroundings became filled with saber aura. The terrifying way of death spread out within a radius of 10 miles. All the demons and evil shadows were destroyed by the way of the sword. The flowers and trees in the surroundings all withered. Everything in the path of the saber aura was reduced to dust. Many rocks exploded and saber marks appeared on the ground. The power of destruction had truly reached the extreme. Asterisk rumble. Asterisk the sound of explosions was endless. Even the blood-devouring evil devils in the distance were scared out of their wits. This was definitely the power of a minor saint. They suspected that a minor saint expert had come to attack them. In the distance, there was a team of more than 10 people. This team was quite strong. Each of them had an awe-inspiring aura and high fighting spirit. They were like heavenly soldiers and heavenly generals. The men were mighty and the women were charming. It was really surprising that such a team could appear in the City of Redemption. In this team, the leader was a resolute man with dense chi of fire. He looked to be in his early 30s, but he had already reached the peak of heavenly fish realm. His talent was not inferior to Yang Ba. This man was wearing a red minor saint armor, carrying a gigantic sword on his back and fire cloud boots on his feet. His whole body was surging with strong chi of fire. His combat strength was definitely not as simple as it looked. Beside the man was a sexy and charming woman. She was a few years older than the man. She was tall and wore revealing clothes. Her ivory-like skin exuded a sparkling luster, as if it would break at the slightest touch. A long whip was wrapped around her arm like an accessory, adding a bit of wildness to her. She had reached the advanced level of the heavenly fish realm. That's the territory of the blood-devouring evil devils. Could it be that someone is fighting with the blood-devouring evil devils? The sexy woman said softly. "We won't know if we go and take a look," the red-haired man said lightly. They were bold and daring. They swept towards the direction of Yang Wu's movement. Just as they were about to approach, they saw Shu Yujun and Yang Ba looking at them. Yang Ba had been seriously injured by Yuma. After a period of recovery, he had recovered some of his combat power. However, he couldn't use his talent power for a short period of time unless his back injury was completely healed. After the previous battle, Yang Ba was completely convinced by Yang Wu's ability. Even if he didn't say it out loud, he couldn't refute the fact that Yang Wu was stronger than him. Yuma's Demon Slayer formation was extremely powerful, and there was also the Demon Saint Bone Suppression. He couldn't withstand it even if he unleashed his talent power, but Yang Wu could easily kill Yuma. Just based on this, he knew that Yang Wu had more trump cards, and he couldn't compare with him. Especially now that he sensed that Yang Wu had actually entered a state of enlightenment, his heart was violently shaken. Comprehending the Tao, only those with great fortune would have the opportunity to enter this state. Yang Ba believed that his talent was stunning enough, but he had never entered the state of comprehending the Tao. He sighed softly in his heart. Comparisons are odious. Now, he believed that there were more powerful geniuses outside the transcendent world. He understood that there was always someone better than him. Perhaps it was time for him to rein in his arrogance. If this guy can take me out of the City of Redemption, I don't mind being his underling. Yang Ba finally wanted to change his stance. Just now, Yang Ba was healing. After Yang Wu unleashed an extremely powerful attack, he was pulled back by Shu Yujun. Otherwise, he would have been killed by Yang Wu's attack. He and Shu Yujun couldn't recover from the power of Yang Wu's attack for a long time. It wasn't until the dozen people appeared in front of them that they recovered and became vigilant. Yang Ba had stayed in the City of Redemption since he was young. He knew everything in the City of Redemption like the back of his hand. He realized that this group of people were from the Xing and Lu families. The person in the lead should be a newcomer. The Yang and Xing families had always been at odds. After seeing the Xing family, Yang Ba's bad temper flared up. He reprimanded. "This has nothing to do with you. Get lost immediately. How dare you?" The people from the Xing and Lu families shouted angrily when they heard Yang Ba's reprimand. Who were they? The red-haired man in the lead asked with a frown. Someone stepped forward and said, "Seventh young master. He's Yang Ba from the Yang family." He's also known as the Little Bastard. He's one of the top figures among the sinners in the Yang family. Xinglai, do you want to die? Yang Ba stared at the person who spoke and shouted. Xinglai was one of the best among the younger generation of the Xing family. His strength wasn't inferior to Yang Ba's, but he was more than 20 years older than Yang Ba. He had once been defeated by Yang Ba by a single move. Yang Ba, who do you think you are? Isn't your Yang family afraid of our Xing family? Seventh young master is here today, yet you still dare to humiliate our Xing family. You really don't know how to write the word death, Xinglai replied, domineeringly. If it was any other time, he might have to avoid Yang Ba. But today, he had brought the seventh young master with him. He wasn't afraid of Yang Ba at all. Moreover, Yang Ba seemed to be seriously injured. So they're from a Yang family. Let's ask them to scout for us. The seventh young master of the Xing family outlined a trace of coldness. Then, he looked at Shu Yujun and asked, "Is she from a Yang family too?" Xinglai had already seen Shu Yujun. He was stunned by her beauty. He replied, "I haven't seen her before, but she's with Yang Ba. She must be from the Yang family." "Yes, bring them along. The place we're going to is quite troublesome. It'll be easier with them in front," seventh young Master Xing replied indifferently. Seventh young Master Xing's real name was Xing Bian. He was one of the peerless prodigies of the Xing family. This time, he didn't come to the City of Redemption to hunt demons. Instead, he was looking for an item to use to break through to the dragon transformation realm. The woman beside him wasn't from the Lu family. She was the prodigy of the Lu family, Lu Jiaolian. The two of them were temporarily together. "Yang Ba, did you hear that? Our seventh young master has allowed you to accompany us to kill demons. Hurry up and thank him." Xinglai used a chicken feather as a token and reprimanded Yang Ba and Shu Yujun. Yang Ba was just about to respond when Shu Yujun spoke first. "You're not even fit to carry our shoes. You want us to be your lackeys? What a joke." As the eldest daughter of the Hung Mountain sect, Shu Yujun had the confidence to speak like this. Although the Xing family wasn't weaker than the Hung Mountain sect, the other party's lecherous eyes really annoyed her. TSK, you're really good at talking. I wonder if you'll be as good when you actually use it," Xinglai said sarcastically. The man behind him heard the hidden meaning in Xinglai's words and couldn't help but laugh out loud. Shu Yujun was still a virgin, but she was already over 30 years old. She had experienced a lot of life and death situations, and her experience wasn't something that ordinary women could compare to. She heard the other party's insulting words and immediately shouted angrily, "You deserve to die." After saying that, she was about to raise her sword and charge towards Xinglai and the others. Yang Ba was also holding his giant axe, ready to fight together. However, at this moment, someone suddenly rushed to Shu Yujun's side and pressed her sword back. Shu Yujun thought it was an enemy and was about to resist when she heard a familiar voice. "Don't worry, Lord Rain." Who else could it be but Yang Wu by her side? At this moment, Yang Wu's battle strength and aura didn't seem to have changed at all. He didn't soar because of his enlightenment, but looking at the smile on his face, it was clear that he had gained a lot from this enlightenment. "They're insulting me," Shu Yujun said as she let Yang Wu touch her hand. "Leave this to me." Yang Wu smiled faintly. Then, he cupped his hands towards the dozen or so people and said, "We're willing to listen to your orders." Shu Yujun and Yang Ba were both stunned. They couldn't understand why Yang Wu would give in to the other party. This definitely wasn't Yang Wu's style. No one knew who this youth was, but seeing how close he was to Shu Yujun, they naturally considered him a member of the Yang family. "Kid, you're quite tactful, but can you represent the two of them?" Xinglai stared at Yang Wu and said playfully. He could see that Yang Wu was only at the mid-level heavenly fish realm. It was quite impressive for him to reach his current realm at such a young age. "Of course I can represent them," Yang Wu said confidently. After a pause, he continued, "As the saying goes, a wise man knows better than to fight when the odds are against him. My lords, you're all stronger than us. If we resist, I'm afraid we won't be able to get away with it. Why don't we follow you to kill the demons? Perhaps we'll have a way out, right?" When the people from the Xing and Lu families heard Yang Wu speak so bluntly, They immediately felt that this youth was quite tactful. Shu Yujun knew Yang Wu well. She knew that Yang Wu was just pretending to be weak. She played along and said, "Yang Wu, how can you do this? So what if they have more people? We don't have to be afraid of them." "Yujun, your battle prowess is impressive, but how many of them do you think you can take on alone? I'm afraid you'll be killed before you can even hurt a single one of them. It's best if you don't put up a pointless resistance," Yang Wu advised. Yang Ba cursed from the side. "Coward, it's better than losing your life," Yang Wu replied. "Haha, this little brother is right. You'll have a way out if you follow us. If you dare resist, we'll kill you without mercy." Xinglai laughed loudly. "Rest assured, my lord, we're willing to serve you like dogs and horses," Yang Wu said respectfully. Xinglai couldn't make the decision. He looked at Xing Bian and asked, "Seventh young master, what do you think? I doubt they'll be able to cause any trouble. Let them be the vanguard." Xing Bian wasn't stupid. He didn't think that Yang Wu's group would submit so easily. He thought that Yang Wu was just being flexible. But in the face of absolute power, would that be of any use? "Then we'll do as the seventh young master says," Xinglai replied. He then looked at Yang Wu's group and called out, "Come here. I'll reward you with heavenly pills. Once you take them, you'll be able to search for treasures with us." As he spoke, 3 medicinal pills appeared in his hand. Chapter 642. Heart-Devouring Pill. This was a terrifying poison pill that could cause heart-wrenching pain. It was made from the blood of a bloodthirsty demon, the blood-devouring vine, and a large amount of poisonous herbs. No matter who swallowed it, they would feel a heart-devouring pain that was comparable to torture. No one would be able to endure it. This was a poison pill that the Xing clan had concocted in the early years. It was specifically used to control puppets. Puppets were divided into living and dead puppets. If Yang Wu and the others took the heart-devouring pill, they would have to take the antidote every month to control the heart-devouring pain. If they didn't take the antidote for a month, they would die from heart-devouring. The Xing clan had used this pill to control many powerful living puppets. How could Yang Ba not know about this pill? When he saw Xing Lai take it out, he didn't say a word and swung his battle axe at him. Xing Lai's battle strength wasn't inferior to Yang Ba's. His reaction was extremely fast. He quickly shifted his position and dodged Yang Ba's attack. "Yang Ba, do you want to die?" Xing Lai shouted angrily when he saw Yang Ba turn hostile. "You're the one who wants to die. You actually dare to give us your Xing clan's heart-devouring pill. Do you really think we're afraid of you?" Yang Ba shouted angrily. "What's a heart-devouring pill?" Yang Wu asked from the side. "It's a type of poison pill. After taking it, you'll feel heart-devouring pain. You have to take the antidote every month to stop the pain. Once you stop taking the antidote, your heart will be devoured and you will die." Yang Ba explained. He then added, "It's useless for you to play tricks in front of them. Let's kill them together." "I see," Yang Wu said in realization. He then looked at Xing Lai and said, "It seems this lord wants us dead too." "Hee, you can't say that. I'll give you the heart-devouring pill and the antidote. As long as you don't play any tricks, we'll let you go after we finish our business." Xing Lai sneered. He paused for a moment, then said with a sharp glint in his eyes, "If you really don't know what's good for you, then I'll send you on your way." The people behind him quickly spread out and locked onto Yang Wu, Yang Ba, and Shu Yujun. They were waiting for the order to kill the 3 with all their strength. "Do you think I'm afraid of you?" Yang Ba roared as he waved his battle axe. Unexpectedly, Yang Wu waved his hand at him and said, "Don't be impulsive. Didn't this lord say that he would give us the antidote? I believe that this lord is not the kind of person who would play with us. There's no need to make a big fuss. That is the heart-devouring pill. Do you know that? If you eat it, you will become their puppet." Yang Ba thought that Yang Wu didn't know the key point, so he angrily emphasized. Shu Yujun couldn't help but send a voice transmission to Yang Wu. "Yang Wu, stop messing around. I believe in that lord." Yang Wu ignored them and spoke with certainty. He then looked at Xing Lai and said, "Give me the pills. Let's eat them." "Ha! A wise man submits to circumstances." Xing Lai laughed loudly, and 3 medicinal pills were tossed towards Yang Wu. Yang Wu caught the pills and sniffed them. Then he said, "Where's the antidote?" "Don't worry, I won't lie to you. This is a month's worth of antidote. Once we're done here, the complete antidote will be given to you, Xinglai said and tossed out 3 jade bottles. The bottles contained half a year's worth of antidote. Yang Wu took the jade bottles and poured out the pills. He sniffed them and put them back in. Then he looked at Shu Yujun and Yang Ba and said, Come, come. Everyone has a share. Let's eat together. Yang Wu, you can't eat this, Shu Yujun said in a low voice. She wouldn't joke around with her life at a time like this. Yang Ba narrowed his eyes and said, If you dare to eat it, I will. Just as he finished speaking, Yang Wu put the heart-devouring pill into his mouth and quickly swallowed it. Just as the heart-devouring pill entered his stomach, the medicinal power dissolved. Immediately after, the poison acted on his chest. His heart felt like it was being bitten by thousands of insects. The feeling was so painful that he wanted to die. Yang Wu clutched his heart and let out a heart-wrenching scream. Anyone who saw him like this would feel incomparable heartache. This was the terrifying part of the heart-devouring pill. Yang Wu, quickly eat the antidote. Shu Yujun immediately supported Yang Wu and shouted, This idiot! Yang Ba couldn't help but curse when he saw Yang Wu's appearance. Yang Wu was a powerful warrior after all. He trembled as he swallowed the antidote. This antidote was indeed effective. It quickly smoothed out the heart-devouring pain. However, his face was covered in sweat. That feeling of unbearable pain was unforgettable. Why do you want to eat this pill? What should we do this time? Shu Yujun also did not understand Yang Wu's behavior. At first, she thought that Yang Wu did it deliberately, but now he even ate the heart-devouring pill. Did he become stupid because of the enlightenment? It's okay. It's just a little painful. You should eat it too, but remember to take the antidote as well. You won't be like me. Yang Wu once again persuaded Shu Yujun and Yang Ba. Shu Yujun and Yang Ba were completely dumbfounded. They thought that Yang Wu was crazy. Yang Wu had just swallowed the heart-devouring pill and had already tasted that kind of feeling. Why did he insist on them taking it? It should be known that Yang Wu's fighting capacity was extremely strong, and they were not weak either. The 3 of them together might not be able to kill all the people in front of them, but at least it was no problem for them to break out of the encirclement. However, why did Yang Wu ask them to take the heart-devouring pill? Xinglai and others also felt strange. In the past, when they met people who were forced to take the heart-devouring pill, everyone would resist. However, today they met a young man who did not resist and even took the initiative to take the pill. They all wondered whether the boy in front of them was a fool. Well, you are my enemy. If you want to eat it, I will eat it. After looking at Yang Wu seriously, Shu Yujun snatched the heart-devouring pill from Yang Wu's hand and swallowed it together with the antidote. Yang Wu looked at Shu Yujun's straightforward appearance, and a string in his heart was gently plucked. When he looked at her again, he felt that she was more beautiful and lovely than before. Yang Ba stared at Shu Yujun with wide eyes and cursed, Another lunatic! He then snatched Yang Wu's pill and said, Since you want to go crazy, I will go crazy with you. With that, he also swallowed the heart-devouring pill and the antidote, just like Shu Yujun did. When Xinglai and the others saw that Yang Wu's group had really swallowed the heart-devouring pill, for some reason, they didn't feel happy at all. They were well aware of the effects of the heart-devouring pill. Even a saint might not be able to force the poison out. Only a brilliant saint alchemist will be able to save them, but this kind of saint alchemist was not easy to find. Moreover, did they have the time to find one? Sirs, are you satisfied now? Yang Wu looked back at Xinglai and the others and asked, Very good. Come with us and don't play any tricks. Otherwise, you will lose the antidote in the future. Xinglai came back to his senses and sneered. He then revealed a respectful expression and said to Xing Bian, 7th young master, what should we do next? Xinglai was the one in charge of speaking, but everyone knew that the real leader was Xing Bian. Let's head to the Dream Erosion Mountain Range at full speed, Xing Bian said. All right, then let's head to the Dream Erosion Mountain Range at full speed, Xinglai replied. He then turned to Yang Wu's group and shouted, You heard what the 7th young master said. Lead the way to the Dream Erosion Mountain Range. After Yang Wu's group swallowed the heart-devouring pill, Xing Lai didn't hold back anymore. He let Yang Wu's group lead the way so that they could clear the way. There would be many demons blocking the way. Naturally, he let Yang Wu's group clear the way. Yes, sirs, Yang Wu replied humbly. After glancing at Shu Yujun and Yang Ba, he led the way. Xing Lai then said, "You all know the effects of the heart-devouring pill. If you dare to escape, you can forget about getting the rest of the antidote." Damn it, Yang Ba cursed unwillingly. Shu Yujun didn't have any complaints. Instead, she secretly looked at Yang Wu. Seeing that there was still a faint smile on Yang Wu's face, she suddenly felt a lot more at ease. She secretly said in her heart, "I hope he doesn't disappoint me." The Dream Erosion Mountain Range and the Evil Devouring Mountain Range were two intersecting mountain ranges. The Dream Erosion Mountain Range was located behind the Evil Devouring Mountain Range. It was mainly occupied by the flame, corroding demons, and the dream god demons. They were both terrifying demons. The former could devour all flames and spit out extremely terrifying evil flames. The latter's most powerful ability was their mental strength. They could use their mental strength to condense dreams and directly enter the soul of anyone. This time, Xing Bian only came to the City of Redemption for one thing. He wanted to obtain the flame corroding fire seed. According to the news he received, the flame corroding demons had already nurtured a minor saint grade flame corroding fire seed. As long as he could obtain it, he would be able to increase his combat strength and attempt to break through to the dragon transformation realm. Other than looking for the flame corroding fire seed, Xing Bian also wanted to find a top-grade minor saint weapon of his Xing clan. This little saint weapon had been lost here for many years, and no one had been able to find it. The saints of his Xing clan had not made a move either. They had already said that the little saint weapon would belong to whoever could find it. This was a battle weapon that had the potential to become a saint weapon. Naturally, Xing Bian wanted to see if he could find it. The group swaggered towards the Dream Erosion Mountain Range. A large number of demons came out to stop them. The heavy responsibility of dealing with these demons naturally fell on Yang Wu, Shu Yujun, and Yang Ba. Yang Wu didn't want to expose his strength in front of Xing Bian and the others, but he couldn't let them look down on him either. He displayed his ability to fight above his level. He was a mid-level heavenly fish, so it wasn't surprising that he could kill a high-level heavenly demon. However, when he encountered a top-grade heavenly demon, he didn't perform as well. He panicked and was almost seriously injured a few times. Xing Bian and the others had been observing Yang Wu. They finally determined that Yang Wu's combat strength was extraordinary. However, in their eyes, he wasn't a threat at all. Instead, they were more concerned about Yang Ba. Yang Ba's combat strength was even stronger than Xing Lai. Xing Bian's evaluation of him was, "This person can fight me for 500 rounds." Chapter 643. At the border between the Evil Devouring Mountain Range and the Dream Erosion Mountain Range, the evil devil Qi was even denser here. From time to time, ghostly wails and howls could be heard, causing one's hair to stand on end. After reaching this place, it was the most important place for the evil devil tribe. Humans who broke into this place were basically unable to escape the fate of being exterminated. Xing Bian and his group had killed a lot of evil spirits along the way. Fortunately, they were strong enough to reach this place. Yang Wu, Shu Yujun, and Yang Ba were the vanguard. The three of them had expended the most energy and were also injured. If it weren't for their strength, they would have died here. Xing Bian and the others felt that Yang Wu's group wasn't about to die yet. When they were surrounded by evil devils and were in a critical state, they still sent a few people to help Yang Wu's group. Yang Wu couldn't help but express his gratitude to them. This caused Yang Ba to roll his eyes. After a round of killing, the group landed on a mountain to rest. They began to enter the Dream Erosion Mountain Range. At any time, flame-corroding demons and dream god demons would appear. These two evil devils weren't any weaker than the evil devouring demons. In fact, they were even stronger. It wouldn't be good if they didn't rest well. When they all landed, Xing Lai called out to Shu Yujun, "Come here for a moment." Shu Yujun only glanced at Xing Lai, ignoring him. She could tell from his eyes what he wanted to do. "Stinking bitch, didn't you hear me?" Xing Lai cursed. Do you believe that I won't rip your mouth off? Shu Yujun couldn't take it anymore. Haha, you're really stubborn. But I like it. Xinglai laughed. Then he lowered his eyes and said, if you don't come here obediently, don't expect to get the antidote. At this moment, he was finally threatening Shu Yujun with the antidote. Shu Yujun's eyes burned with anger. Just as she was about to explode, Yang Wu grabbed Shu Yujun's hand and said to Xinglai, Sir, don't bully my wife. If you need anything, just tell me. If you make things difficult for my wife, no one will take the lead. What? What did he call me? Shu Yujun was stunned. Xinglai narrowed his eyes and said to Yang Wu, you love your wife a lot, don't you? I'm only asking her to massage my shoulders. Why can't you bear to part with her? Of course I can't bear to. My wife broke off all relations with her family for me. I have already sworn that I will not treat her unfairly in this life, so I hope that you will reconsider. Xinglai was about to say something when Xing Baiyan cut him off. That's enough, Xinglai. Just tell them to do it. Xinglai nodded unwillingly, then said to Yang Wu, the seventh young master has spoken. We'll let you off for now. Go search for the whereabouts of the corroding flame seed in the Dream Erosion mountain range. This is a map with 3 locations. Once you're certain of its location, crush the jade tube. We'll sense its location and rush over immediately. With that, he tossed a map and a jade tube at Yang Wu. All right. I'll go check on the whereabouts of the corroding flame fire seed. Yang Wu hurriedly replied. Wait, Xing Baiyan called out. Sir, do you have any other orders? Yang Wu asked respectfully. Do you know what kind of existence the corroding flame seed is? Xing Baiyan's sharp eyes stared straight at Yang Wu as he asked. I've heard of it before. It should be a fire seed bred by a corroding flame demon. I think it should be in existence at the level of a minor saint fire seed. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth your attention, Yang Wu said seriously. It looks like you're not stupid. This corroding flame seed is very important to me. If you can find it, I'll give you the true antidote for the heart-devouring pill. If you can't find it, you don't need to come back, Xing Baiyan said in a low voice. Don't worry, sir. For our lives, we'll definitely find the corroding flame seed for you. Yang Wu cupped his fists. Then, Yang Wu led Shu Yujun, Yang Wu, and the others to the first location on the map. Seeing Yang Wu's group leave, LV Jiaoyan, who was beside Xing Baiyan, said, I feel like there's something strange about them. If they hadn't eaten the heart-devouring pill, I'd have the same thought. Now that I've seen them eat it, they won't dare to cause any trouble, Xing Baiyan said. Xinglai said, Seventh young master is right. There's no antidote for the heart-devouring pill. Only a saint pill refined by a saint alchemist can resolve their crisis. It's impossible for them to find a saint alchemist within a month. I'm sure they'll listen to us obediently. We'll conserve our energy and wait for them to find the corroding flame seed. Xing Baiyan smiled faintly. Xing Baiyan said with a faint smile. He sneered in his heart. Who doesn't know how to play the fool? Do you really think you can escape from this young master's grasp? He couldn't let Yang Wu's group leave so easily. He already had a backup plan, something even Xinglai didn't know about. Yang Wu, I'm going to die because of you. If you don't give me an explanation, I won't let you off even if I have to risk my life. After leaving Xing Baiyan's group, Yang Ba couldn't help but roar at Yang Wu. What kind of explanation do you want? I didn't force you to eat the pill. Yang Wu glanced at Yang Ba. Yang Ba was at a loss for words. Yang Wu didn't force him to eat the heart-devouring pill. Everything was voluntary. If he didn't eat it, no one could force him. Look for the corroding flame seed. Didn't they give us the antidote? As long as we finish this matter, I'm sure they'll give us the antidote, Yang Wu said with a smile. Why would they give us the antidote? Are you out of your mind? Even if you find the corroding flame seed, they won't keep their promise, Yang Ba retorted. Up to you. I'll go find the corroding flame seed with my wife, Yang Wu said with a smile. Shameless. Shu Yujun glanced at Yang Wu in a flirtatious manner and said. Then, she sent a sound transmission to Yang Wu and asked, Tell me, what is going on? I have ears in the air. Yang Wu gave Shu Yujun a look. Shu Yujun instantly understood. She didn't ask Yang Wu anymore and continued to accompany him. Yang Ba was helpless. He had no choice but to follow Yang Wu. He cursed Yang Wu 100 times in his heart. Soon, they began to encounter corroding flame demons. The corrosive flame demons were dark brown demons. They were tall and had 2 hands and 2 legs. Their faces were like demons, and their bodies were covered in fire runes. They also had a long tail on their back, making them look extremely ferocious. When the corroding flame demons discovered the humans, they didn't even bother to say anything. They grabbed a huge rock and threw it at Yongwu and the others. Trash! Yongba was in a fit of anger. When he saw the corroding flame demons attacking him, he didn't hold back. Bang bang! In an instant, a few corroding flame demons were smashed into dust. The corroding flame demons didn't have the regenerative ability of the blood-sucking demons. Their energy was in their demon cores. Once they were smashed, there was no way they could survive. Roar, roar. Suddenly, many corroding flame demons in the valley roared. Hundreds of corroding flame demons attacked Yongba. Streaks of fiery energy shot towards Yongba. Yongwu and Shu Yujun were also attacked. Let's go. Yongwu didn't have the heart to kill these corroding flame demons. He called out to Shu Yujun and rushed in a direction. Shu Yujun followed him like a shadow. She asked, "You're not going to care about Yongba anymore? Let him go crazy on his own." Yongwu replied indifferently. Yongba was a local tyrant. He would definitely be fine. It was good to let him vent his anger. The most important thing right now was to find the corroding flame fire seed. Xingbai needed it, and so did Yongwu. Even though Blue Demonis was already comparable to a little sacred flame, this level was clearly not its limit. If Yongwu wanted it to continue evolving, it needed to devour more fire seeds. The corroding flame fire seed in front of him was without a doubt the best choice. This time, he pretended to side with Xingbai and the others not because he guessed that they knew about the corroding flame fire seed, but because Yongwu had a reaction to the firebone he obtained from the Skyblaze Lion when he saw them. That was related to the whereabouts of another type of profound essence chi, which was why he acted so subserviently towards them. Every type of profound essence chi was extremely important to Yongwu. He could not afford to lose it, so he was searching for it at all costs. As for the heart-devouring pill, it could scare others, but how could it scare him? Others might not be able to detoxify the heart-devouring pill, but he had the advanced alchemy skills taught by Blackie and various prescriptions of pills. It was just a piece of cake for him to eliminate the hidden dangers of the heart-devouring pill. Yongwu could not explain this to others, but Shu Yujun actually believed him and ate the heart-devouring pill. He was very touched. As for Yongba, he would just let him continue polishing his edges. Yongwu and Shu Yujun did not hide themselves at all. They flew in the air and were quickly chased by corroding flame demons. Yongwu and Shu Yujun flew at full speed, trying their best to shake them off. These corroding flame demons were not to be trifled with. Many of them had reached the heaven realm. They flew out from the mountains below and roared at Yongwu and Shu Yujun, attacking them. Humans dare to invade our territory? They are courting death. We can't let them go any deeper. Otherwise, when the chief blames us, we will all die. These two humans have really eaten the heart of a bear and the heart of a leopard. Quickly surround them and kill them. Damn it, how can they be so fast? A large number of corroding flame demons chased after Yongwu and Shu Yujun fiercely. Their overwhelming power kept bombarding Yongwu and Shu Yujun. However, Yongwu seemed to have eyes on the back of his head. He pulled Shu Yujun and easily dodged. They were not hurt at all. Shu Yujun's face blushed as Yongwu grabbed her wrist. She was very satisfied and thought to herself, "I am willing to live like this for the rest of my life." They quickly found the first location marked on the map. Chapter 644. In the Dream Erosion Mountain Range, there was a flat ground covered with evil flaming vines. The evil flaming vines were vines that grew by absorbing all kinds of evil fire. They could attack people just like the blood-devouring vines, but the way they attacked was different. The evil flaming vines were like whips. Once they hit someone, they would definitely injure them. Other than the evil flaming vines, there was also the corroding flame flower. It was a kind of heavenly medicine. If one could find the corroding flame flower emperor, it would be a little sacred medicine. Its value was extraordinary. This was the food of the corroding flame demons. There was a large number of corroding flame demons here. When Yang Wu and Shu Yujun arrived, they were surrounded by a large number of corroding flame demons. Boom! Boom! An earth-shattering force blasted towards Yang Wu and Shu Yujun. The lethality was terrifying. Even a top heaven realm martial artist would be killed. I'll cover you. Let's go down and see if there are any corroding flame seeds, Yang Wu said to Shu Yujun. In the next moment, he activated the chaotic heavenly armor skill and slashed at the corroding flame demons below with the chaotic heavenly sword. The sword gleams were filled with invincible sword intent. They shattered many of the black flames that were coming at them. When the sword gleams landed on the corroding flame demons, they were cut into pieces. Yang Wu had already cultivated Meteor Sword to a perfect state. Every move was like a meteor chasing after the moon. The stars in the sky flickered, and its destructive power was extremely formidable. Under his cover, Shu Yujun flew down to find the place where the fire source was the strongest. She was also attacked. However, most of the pressure was on Yang Wu. She was much more relaxed. Insolent human. How dare you behave so atrociously in my territory? I'll tear you apart. A high-level heaven realm corroding flame demon roared. It stomped a deep hole in the ground and bounced up. A pair of wings filled with evil fire aura spread out. It slammed its palms repeatedly, and several huge fireballs flew towards Yang Wu. These attacks were very powerful. If one was hit by any of the fireballs, even if they didn't die, they would be seriously injured. Yang Wu displayed his full strength. He spread his profound wings and dodged the attacks by a hair's breadth. The cloudy heaven sword in his hand drew a strange trajectory and stabbed at the flame corroding demon's forehead. The corroding flame demon's forehead was where its demon core was located. As long as that spot was destroyed, the corroding flame demon would definitely die. The corrosive flame demon would naturally protect such a huge weakness. It crossed its arms in front of its forehead and blocked Yang Wu's attack. Just as it was gloating over its success, a sword ray sliced through its waist and sliced it in half. High-rank heaven realm corroding flame demon had fallen. When the other corroding flame demons attacked again, Yang Wu reached out and grabbed at the center of the corroding flame demon's forehead, pulling out its demon core. At this moment, the other corroding flame demons quickly surrounded them. Form the corrosive flame formation. We must kill him. The corroding flame demons weren't stupid. On the contrary, their brains weren't inferior to the human race. When they encountered an opponent that they couldn't defeat, they would use their specialty to kill the enemy. The corrosive flame formation was a common method that the corroding flame demons used to kill strong enemies. They spat out flames from their mouths and formed a flaming prison. The flames kept surging as if they were going to corrode the earth. The corrosive flame formation formed by 108 flames was extremely powerful. It wouldn't be easy for Yang Wu to escape from it. These demons really have a lot of attacking methods. Yang Wu thought to himself. He didn't bother hiding anymore. He directly used blue demoness to forcefully devour the evil fire that was being devoured. The blue demoness was the flame of a minor saint. It desired more firepower. It released a strong suction force and absorbed more than half of the attacking power of the corrosive flame formation, greatly weakening its attacking power. Yang Wu also took advantage of this moment to attack crazily. The misty sword shadows enveloped the strongest few corroding flame demons. They broke through their defenses and were heavily injured. Yang Wu couldn't use all of his strength. He could only fight with them while waiting for Shu Yujun to confirm. He also sensed the information from the blue demoness. There shouldn't be any corroding flame seed here. If there was, it would be extremely excited. As expected, Shu Yujun rushed up from below and said loudly, "There shouldn't be any corroding flame seed here." A group of corroding flame demons chased after her. They kept yelling and shouting that they wanted to kill her. "Let's go." Yang Wu rushed over and grabbed Shu Yujun. He once again rushed towards another direction at full speed. This time, he didn't look at the map. He followed the blue demoness senses. The blue demoness had already sensed the location of the high-level fire seeds in this mountain range. There should be a corroding flame seed there. Along the way, more powerful corroding flame demons appeared, including the half-step minor devil saint. Their aura was too strong, and their battle power was very strong. If it wasn't for Yang Wu's extreme speed, he would have been forcefully stopped by them. Now, they had completely entered the territory of the corroding flame demons. There were corroding flame demons everywhere. We must capture those two humans. They are too arrogant. How dare they barge into our territory? A powerful corroding flame demon roared. Yang Wu and Shu Yujun, who were flying at full speed, felt very bad. If this continued, they would definitely die in the face of thousands of corroding flame demons. Yang Wu, we can't go on like this. Shu Yujun revealed a nervous expression. It's okay. Just hold on for a bit longer. Yang Wu clenched his teeth. If he could fly at full speed, even a half-step fire-corroding demon would not be able to catch up to him. However, he had to pretend to be a coward because he could sense that someone was secretly watching their every move. It was definitely Xing Bai's people. Right now, he didn't want to reveal his true strength and trump card. Under his persistence, they finally arrived at a mountain range that was emitting thick smoke. There were large amounts of corroding flame demons below the mountain range. They were greedily absorbing the fire energy here. At the same time, they were releasing new fire energy to nourish the mountain range. The blue demoness became very happy. The corroding flame demons were below. It was also at this moment that a voice filled with malice rang out. Human who hides his head and shows his tail, get the hell out here. A flaming fist was thrown in a direction. It was as if the sky and earth were going to be shattered by it. Bang! A shocking explosion rang out, and the sky seemed to tremble endlessly. A figure quietly swept out and turned into a meteor, quickly disappearing from this place. At this moment, Yang Wu and Shu Yujun quickly dived underground. Shu Yujun took out an item and covered the two of them. It isolated them from the outside world, and they hid in a hidden place. Phew, we can finally rest. Yang Wu let out a long sigh. Can you tell me what's going on now? Shu Yujun leaned against Yang Wu and asked. Her breath was like orchids. Her full breasts were almost pressed against his body. His breathing became a lot faster. Yang Wu was a hot-blooded young man. Fortunately, Yang Wu's composure wasn't just for show. He suppressed the anger in his heart and replied, I just want to know what they want to do. If that's the case, you can just kill them and leave 1 or 2 people alive to interrogate. Why do you have to beat around the bush? Also, the heart-devouring pill is extremely evil. Even if you're a heavenly alchemist, it'll be hard for you to cure it. If this continues, we'll be controlled by others. Shu Yujun asked all the questions in her heart. Yang Wu sorted out his thoughts and was attracted by her full breasts. He couldn't help but shout at Yang Jinlong, who had shrunk and was wrapped around him. Jinlong, go and check the situation. Yes, father. Yang Jinlong, who had been waiting for an opportunity, turned into a small shadow and flew out. Yang Wu looked at Shu Yujun, who was very close to him, and gulped. Young Miss Shu, is it really okay for us to be so close? What? Didn't you say that I'm your wife? Now that I'm giving you a chance, you're scared? Shu Yujun moved closer to Yang Wu and said with a provocative tone. She was beautiful and sexy to begin with. Now that she was so close to Yang Wu, no man would be able to stand it. Not to mention that they were in this kind of place filled with evil aura. People's emotions were very easily affected. Yang Wu was no exception. He reached out and grabbed her waist, hugged her in his arms, and said with an evil aura, You're quite timid. Try it now, and you'll know. Shu Yujun was a virgin. Her words were bold, but in fact, she was more conservative than anyone else. She put her hands on Yang Wu's chest and said seriously, It's not impossible for you to have me, but I'll be your wife in the future. In an instant, Yang Wu came back to his senses and quickly released Shu Yujun. Hee, I'm just kidding. Why, do you think I'm not beautiful? Shu Yujun said with a trace of loss. How can that be? You're very beautiful and moving. It's just that I don't have the fortune to enjoy the beauty's grace. Yang Wu said sincerely, and then he changed the subject. You protect me first. I'll solve the poison of the heart-devouring pill. Can you really detoxify the heart-devouring pill? Shu Yujun was surprised. I have no problem, but I can't detoxify the poison in your body for the time being. Yang Wu replied. Since you can detoxify it, then mine should be no problem. You go detoxify it. I'll protect you. Shu Yujun laughed. Aren't you worried at all? Yang Wu asked. He felt that this woman had too much blind trust in him. I'm worried. I'm still in my prime. I don't want to die yet. Shu Yujun held her tender face and said. The next moment, she stared at Yang Wu and said seriously, but I'm willing to die for you. Yang Wu was moved and then couldn't help but hug Shu Yujun. This guy's palm was caressing her back, and then he went around to the front, preparing to touch her plump place. Who knew that he would be caught by a tender hand? She kissed him on the cheek and said with a smile, Don't worry, this is the land of the evil spirits. I have to protect the hidden aura holy cover. Otherwise, it would be bad if the evil spirits found out. Yang Wu didn't succeed. His old face turned red. He said seriously, Don't say those touching words again. I'm afraid I can't help but eat you. If you want to eat, then eat. I'm afraid you don't have the courage. Chapter 645. The heart-devouring pill contained the heart-devouring poison. It was refined from many kinds of poison, and its toxicity was very strong. Yang Wu was immune to poison because of his dantian and immortal qi. He didn't use his immortal qi to get rid of the heart-devouring poison, so he tasted the pain of the heart-devouring poison. Now, it wasn't hard for Yang Wu to get rid of the heart-devouring pill's poison. Under his inner vision, he saw a black poison attached to his heart. It was hidden very deep and covered his heart. Once the poison flared up, it would be like 10,000 insects biting his heart, making him feel so much pain that he wanted to die. Yang Wu didn't use immortal qi to get rid of the poison. He only used blue Yao Ji's flame to burn the poison away without leaving any side effects. However, Yang Wu still left a bit of the heart-devouring poison to force it out of his heart. Yang Wu looked at the heart-devouring poison for a while before flicking out a thread of flame to burn it away. This heart-devouring poison is really strong. Even a little saint-level antidote can't get rid of this heart-devouring poison. I need to find the right medicine. Fighting poison with poison might be the best way. Yang Wu thought in his heart. Shu Yujun saw that Yang Wu woke up and asked softly, Is the poison gone? Yang Wu nodded and said, It's gone. I also thought of a way to get rid of the poison for you guys. It's not hard, but I need to collect some poison. Fighting poison with poison? Shu Yujun was very smart and asked after hearing Yang Wu's words. That's right. There are many evil spirits and poisons in this place. Once I'm done here, I'll collect some poison. I'll definitely be able to get rid of the poison for you guys. Don't worry. Yang Wu comforted. Okay, Shu Yujun replied disapprovingly. Then she asked, What should we do next? Before Yang Wu had time to reply, the sound of battle rang out in the sky. It turned out that Yang Ba had already rushed over. Although he was separated from Yang Wu and Shu Yujun, he saw the map that Yang Wu got and rushed over. Yang Ba's heart was still subdued by Yang Wu. Moreover, he was suffering from the heart-devouring poison. He was still hoping that Yang Wu would find a way to get rid of the poison. With Yang Ba's appearance, a large number of fire-corroding devils surrounded him and diverted their attention. This is a good opportunity. Yang Wu happily said to Shu Yujun, There's a little devil saint over there. Shu Yujun said worriedly. Just now, the little devil saint of the corroding flame devil had made a move. His combat strength was quite strong, and they might not be able to win against him. It's not a real devil saint. There's nothing to be afraid of, Yang Wu said and summoned Yang Jinlong back. Together, they went to the place where the corroding flame fire seed was located. It was a mountain range that emitted thick smoke from time to time. At the bottom of the mountain, there was a lava river that gathered a dense amount of firepower. If a rock fell here, it would immediately be burned to ashes by the power of the lava. The firepower was incomparably terrifying. If a living creature fell here, it would definitely be burned to ashes. There were many powerful fire-corroding devils guarding this place. They were also devouring the fire energy here. Their blood energy also flowed into the fire liquid, as if they were doing some kind of reverse feeding. Yang Wu and Shu Yujun finally approached the river of fire under the cover of the hidden Qi Saint barrier. They were at the place with the least amount of fire-corroding devils. At this moment, blue demoness in Yang Wu's chest kept jumping. It wanted to burst out of his heart and fall in the fire liquid. At the same time, the fire saint's bone had a strange reaction. Yang Wu felt even more desperate. Before Yang Wu could figure out what to do, the river-like stream of lava suddenly changed. Balls of lava surged into the air and slammed into both sides of the river, scaring the corrosive flame demons that were guarding it. Some corrosive flame demons that did not manage to dodge in time were sucked into the lava and died on the spot. The fire saint is angry. Everyone back off. Don't absorb any more energy here. The fire saint must have sensed an enemy invading, so he's angry. We have to kill the invading human and appease the fire saint's anger. Leader, please make the decision. It has already snuck underground to cultivate with the fire saint. It can represent the fire saint's will. Cut the crap. Capture the human above and sacrifice him to the fire saint. Many of the fire-corroding devils turned their attention to Yang Ba and attacked him. But the fire surged toward Yang Wu. It was blue demoness doing. Perhaps the fire-corroding fire seed had sensed it and wanted to consume blue demoness. Yang Wu did not have time to think. He said to Shu Yujun, Yujun, take the real dragon and leave. I'm going to take the fire seed. Aren't you going to give the Xing family an explanation? Shu Yujun asked. I'll give them an explanation after I take the fire seed. Yang Wu licked his lips. His body was covered in blue fire. It wrapped around him, and he rushed toward the river of fire. Yang Wu rushing out of the concealment barrier was an act of exposing his whereabouts, but he couldn't care less. The corroding flame fire seed was hidden beneath the lava river. If he wanted to obtain it, he had to go deep into the lava river. But before he could dive into the river of fire, a powerful stream of fire surged toward him. The stream of fire turned into a fire dragon. It was extremely powerful. Even the attack of a top heaven realm cultivator could not compare to it. Absorb it. Yang Wu let go of blue demoness ability to consume fire. Half of the fire dragon's power was quickly consumed. The remaining power was shattered by Yang Wu's dragon fist. Bang! The punch caused quite a commotion. The fire-corroding devils nearby all looked over. They discovered the human who had snuck over. The fire-corroding devil closest to Yang Wu roared. It raised a fire blade and slashed toward Yang Wu. I can't believe there's a human here. Kill him. This fire-corroding devil had reached the middle heaven realm. Its blade contained a sliver of blade intent. It was quite powerful. Unfortunately, this kind of power was nothing in Yang Wu's eyes. Yang Wu kicked at it. A blue whip leg turned into the force of a crescent moon and lashed at the fire-corroding devil. Yang Wu's strength was much stronger than this fire-corroding devil. It exploded with a single kick. At the same time, the attacks of 8 fire-corroding devils came from all directions. Their combat strength had reached the heaven realm. The strongest among them was a half-step minor devil saint. When these forces gathered together, even an early minor saint would feel great pressure. They didn't allow Yang Wu to take even half a step closer to the lava river. At this moment, Yang Wu knew that he could no longer hide his strength. He unleashed his ice blade wings silently and slashed at the strongest fire-corroding devil. Other than that, he also unleashed his most powerful nameless sword. The sword that contained the seed of sword intent blocked all the attacks. Asterisk Hong Long. Asterisk a wave of explosion sounded. Flames splashed everywhere. The sword light shattered continuously. Yang Wu was forced to retreat 30 meters. His clothes were torn apart. Fortunately, the flames that landed on his body were devoured by blue demoness. It did not cause too much damage to him. As for his ice blade wings, it was still very effective. Wherever it went, the fire-corroding devils would be cut in half. In just a blink of an eye, 3 to 4 fire-corroding devils were killed. Yang Wu did not want to be entangled with them. He used the roaming dragon step and rushed towards the river of fire. Don't even think about getting close to the holy river. A half-step minor devil, Saint stepped on the sky and stomped on Yongwu angrily with his devil foot. Fire devil foot. The foot was like a falling volcano. Its power was majestic and powerful. Once it stomped on someone, even a mountain would collapse. Yongwu pulled back his fist. After accumulating his strength, he punched out ferociously. The heaven-defying punch turned into the barbarian elephant leg and collided with the fire devil foot. Pang! Yang was forced back by the opponent's power. The fire-corroding devil could not attack anymore because the ice blade wings were coming for its back. The fire-corroding devil was indeed close to becoming a minor devil saint. Its reaction was very fast. After it felt the cold air, it dodged to the side. One of its arms was cut off by the ice blade wings. "What are you? Get out of my way!" The fire-corroding devil roared angrily. Its body exploded with fire. It burned in all directions. No matter what it was, it could not get close to it. When the ice blade wings wanted to slash again, it was blocked by the fire. The enemy had discovered its existence. Its invisible attack power was greatly reduced. Yongwu had to put away. Yongwu continued to run towards the river of fire, but a few more fire-corroding devils blocked his way. Evil fire burns the sky. Fire palm breaks the mountain. Demon rend flame slash. The fire-corroding devil's attack power was even more overbearing than the blood-devouring devil's. The burning fire covered the sky. The destructive power was extremely scary. Blue Demonis consumed the fire again to share the pressure on Yongwu. Yongwu wielded the cloudy sky sword and slashed out wave after wave. He forced his way through. "I can't hold back anymore. I have to get through as fast as I can." Yongwu saw more and more fire-corroding devils blocking his way. They were all very strong. It would take him a lot of time to kill them one by one. He had to force his way through. Nameless sword. Yongwu performed his strongest sword attack again. All of his sword mind was pushed to the extreme. The battle blood in his body boiled. The spirit of Black Tortoise appeared. His combat power was pushed to the extreme. He stabbed out with his red eyes. Thousands of sword lights gathered into a meteor and flew towards the fire-corroding devils. Yongwu's sword attack was too powerful. It could even kill a half-step minor devil saint. No one could stop it. In an instant, 7 to 8 heaven realm fire-corroding devils were torn to pieces. They could not stop Yongwu at all. Just as Yongwu appeared beside the river of fire, a shocking fire palm slammed down from the sky. "A mere human dares to invade my holy river. Death by fire." Chapter 646. The little demon saint was equivalent to a dragon transformation realm warrior of the human race. It already had a trace of saint prying realm power. A little demon saint threw out a shocking palm power. The raging flame turned into a sea of fire, covering an area of 2 miles. Yongwu had no chance to dodge at all. If he could not block this palm, he would be dead for sure. At this moment, Yongwu no longer held back. The spirit of Black Tortoise appeared behind his back, exploding with 35 times battle power. The power in his dantian was crazily drawn out as the sword moves of the 18 bronze men in the 3rd stage of the Hong Shan school appeared in his mind. It was a sword skill that was used in conjunction with the 18 bronze men formation. The 18 bronze men formation was a true saint formation, so its battle skills were naturally not to be underestimated. Yongwu had already used the Soul Control Heart Sutra to forcibly imprint the 18 sword moves in his mind. When facing an opponent like the little demon saint, ordinary battle skills would have no effect at all. Even if Lan Yao Ji had absorbed part of the power, the little demon saint's power was still terrifying. It was impossible to wait for it to absorb all the power. The attack would most likely kill Yongwu immediately, so he had to fight back. The first move of the 18 bronze men's sword, an inch of time. Yongwu had already practiced this move thousands of times in his mind. The sword was extremely fast, and in an instant, it was as if an inch of time had passed. The fire palm was directly cut open by the sword. The crack grew bigger and bigger until it was split into 2 halves. Yongwu was standing in the middle, so the power of the palm was split into two and did not injure him. Pong! The places around him were smashed by the power of the palm, and the fire liquid splashed out. Yang Wu had the heavenly scale armor on his body, but he still felt the pain from the fire liquid splashing out. This move had taken away most of Yang Wu's power. He stared at the corroding flame demon that was rushing over. The opponent's body was much bigger than the heaven realm corroding flame demon, and its fire chi was especially terrifying. It was like a man on fire that could not be stopped. The corroding flame demon didn't say anything. It attacked Yang Wu again, sending out another fiery palm. It treated Yang Wu like a fly, not putting him in its eyes at all. Soul Eye Extermination. Yang Wu released his soul eye without the slightest hesitation. A beam of soul light shot towards the other party's glabella. He thought that his soul eye attack would be able to hurt his opponent, but who would have thought that it would only land on his opponent's afterimage? The little holy eclipse flaming devil disappeared on the spot, and its fire palm came down again. Yang Wu used the same move again, but this time, he wasn't as lucky as before. He was sent flying by the palm, vomiting blood. At the same time, the corrosive flame demon appeared behind him and snickered. "You dare to cause trouble for my clan with this little bit of strength? You really don't know your place." After that, it slapped Yang Wu's back hard. Yang Wu's incomparably tough heavenly scale armor was shattered, and he spat out a mouthful of blood. With a blood-curdling scream, he fell straight into the lava. Yang Wu. Shu Yujun couldn't help but scream when she saw that Yang Wu was severely injured. Yang Ba, who was still fighting fiercely above, looked over and saw that Yang Wu was heavily injured. A complicated look appeared in his eyes, and then he rushed down madly. Evil Axe Butcher. Yang Ba recovered his innate power, and an earth-shattering axe force came down from the sky. Its target was the little holy eclipse flaming devil. Yang Ba's true combat power was indeed enough to threaten the little holy eclipse flaming devil. When the axe came down, the three corrosive flame demons beside him were swept away by the force of the axe, and they were turned into dust on the spot. They didn't even have the chance to resist. The axe fell straight down, as if the axe god had descended, and its power was boundless. The little holy eclipse flaming devil sensed the power of the axe, and it slapped back with its palm, resisting the axe force. Boom! The two powerful forces exploded together, creating a gap for Yang Wu. His body fell into the lava river. The moment his body fell, a blue flame appeared on his body and wrapped him in it. At the same time, he crushed the jade tube that Xinglai had given him. "Come, the corrosive flame fire seed is here," Yang Wu murmured with a cold smile. Then he shouted to Yang Ba and Shu Yujun, "When the Xing and Lu families come, you guys retreat. I'll give you the antidote when we get back." After he finished speaking, his body completely disappeared into the lava. A human dares to enter the sacred river. He really doesn't know how to write the word death. The little holy eclipse flaming devil sneered and turned into a fiery shadow that charged toward Yang Ba. This little holy eclipse flaming devil was called Shi Pao, and he was one of the 5 great elders of the corrosive flame demon clan. At the border between the evil devouring mountain range and the dream erosion mountain range, Xing Baiyan finally sensed that Yang Wu's jade tube had shattered. He looked in a certain direction and muttered, "Has the corrosive flame fire seed finally been found? 7th young master, the corrosive flame devil over there is very strong. Why don't I help you retrieve the fire seed?" Someone appeared behind Xing Baiyan and said. This person was the Dragon Transformation Realm expert who had been following Yang Wu and Shu Yujun. It was Yi Qiu, the elder that Xing Baiyan had brought along. "Is the fire seed over there?" Xing Baiyan asked, pointing in the direction he had sensed. "It should be. There's a lava river there, and the little holy eclipse is guarding it." "It should be there," Yi Qiu replied. "Is there a problem with them?" Xing Baiyan asked. Yi Qiu shook her head and said, "There shouldn't be a problem. They are fighting among themselves because of that. Yes, no matter what they are up to, it's time to reveal it. Let's go there as fast as we can." Xing Baiyan responded softly and took out an object. The object quickly grew bigger and turned out to be a flying battleship. This flying battleship was very different from Yang Hong Chang's. The latter's was a Heaven-class fish-shaped battleship, while this one was a snake-shaped battleship. Its body was slender, and there were 3 ferocious snake heads at the bow. There were wings on the left and right sides, and the snake tail was raised high. It was as sharp as a scorpion's tail. This snake-shaped battleship was extraordinary. The walls of the battleship were extremely sturdy. Most of them were made of Heaven-class materials, and some were even integrated with minor saint materials. It was also supported by a minor saint formation. It was a minor saint battleship. With this battleship, Xing Baiyan could do whatever he wanted in the City of Redemption. It was because of his confidence that he dared to bring the people behind him into the territory of the demons. Except for Xing Baiyan, LV Jiaoyan, and Yi Qiu, everyone else was full of desire when they saw this battleship. Battleships, war chariots, flying shuttles. These were all the favorite flying weapons of any cultivator. They were more reliable than mounts, and also a symbol of noble status. It wasn't something that ordinary people could own. After everyone boarded the battleship, it turned into a ray of light, broke through the layers of obstacles in the air, and quickly headed towards the territory of the flame-corroding Devil Clan. The speed of the battleship was very fast. It flew over and alarmed a lot of demons. However, by the time they reacted, the battleship had already disappeared in front of their eyes. It was very difficult for them to catch up. Inside a mountain range of the blood-devouring evil devil tribe, a blood egg suddenly hatched. A blood shadow fell on a jade stone in the belly of the mountain. A majestic aura was released here, causing the entire cave to tremble unceasingly. Greetings to the Patriarch. 3 blood shadows quietly appeared in the cave and bowed to the blood shadow on the jade stone. They were the elders of the blood-devouring Devil Clan. The one sitting on the jade stone was the Patriarch of the blood-devouring Devil Clan. They were all existences in the realm of Minor Saint. The Patriarch looked at the 5 elders and said faintly, "Do you remember how many years we have been trapped in this place?" "Patriarch, we have been trapped here for nearly 10,000 years. We are absolutely irreconcilable with the human race." One of the elders replied, "To be exact, it's 9,800 years. There's still 200 years until 10,000 years." Another elder said with deep hatred in his eyes, "That's right. It's been nearly 10,000 years. It's time for us to leave this damn place." The Patriarch said faintly, "Patriarch, can we really leave this place?" One of the elders asked nervously, "Of course we can. We have been preparing for this day for 1,000 years." The Patriarch said with a fanatical look, "Those saints of the human race won't give us a chance. In the past, our ancestors who were about to reach the saint realm were mercilessly killed by them. How are we going to deal with them? Yes, this place is sealed by the saints. How are we going to leave this place? All right, you don't have to worry about this. You will soon know the plan of me and the other patriarchs. We can open a hole in the seal and leave this place." The Patriarch said, then ordered, "Tell all the children to attack the human race's territory with all their strength." "Yes, Patriarch," the few minor saints replied. On the other side of the Dream Erosion Mountain Range, there was a dense fog shrouding this place all year round. It was impossible to see the grass and trees here clearly. From time to time, strange cries could be heard. Vaguely, one could see a demonic figure floating in the air. All of a sudden, a demonic figure appeared. It was as if a huge face of a devil had shrouded this part of the world. A terrifying demonic chi surged and rippled. A faintly discernible voice sounded, "All children, attack the human race's territory and kill them." "It's the Patriarch." A strange voice rang out in the misty forest. In a mountain range in another direction, there were many strange stones in this mountain range, but there were very few flowers, plants, and trees. There were many tall and mighty evil spirits with 8 arms walking here. Their bodies were like apes, and their fur was jet black and shiny. Strange scales grew on their backs, and their scarlet eyes were constantly sweeping in all directions, filled with a dense, evil aura. In one of the mountains, there was a huge cave. An extremely tall 8 arms demonic ape walked out of it. He hammered his chest and roared, "All children, listen to my order. Attack the human race." Countless 8 arms demonic apes excitedly hammered their chests and shouted, "Yes, Patriarch." Chapter 647. In the City of Redemption, the center of the city was a human city. Even though it was dilapidated, the areas of the various races were also protected by a formation. This was to prevent all the evil demons from suddenly acting and wiping out the sinner's blood in one fell swoop. Over the years, the evil demons had only invaded on a small scale, and it was difficult for the human race to hunt the evil demons on a large scale. The two sides have been in a stalemate for nearly 10,000 years. On this day, with the sudden outbreak of large-scale actions by various evil demons, the tranquility of the City of Redemption was broken. Roar! Countless evil demons came from different directions, blotting out the sky and covering the earth as they attacked the human race's territory. The human race instantly panicked when they saw this scene. The evil demons are here. The evil demons are here. Everyone be on guard. There are so many evil demons. Are they crazy? How dare they take the initiative to invade our territory? Look at their momentum. The whole clan has been mobilized. Go back and report to the leader. We must hold on. After so many years of peace, these evil demons are finally unwilling to be left alone. Let's kill our way out and fight them. The war between humans and demons broke out in the City of Redemption. The human territory was full of the sound of battle. Many humans fell, and many evil demons were killed. The most tragic battle in thousands of years had unfolded between the two sides. In the territory of the Yang family, they encountered the invasion of the blood-devouring evil demons. Yang Yuanshun led his clansmen to fight. What are these blood-devouring evil demons doing? Yang Hongchang realized that the evil demon invasion this time was definitely not simple. I don't care so much. I just happen to be short of points. I can't drag war down. Yang Jingtao wiped his battle spear and rushed out like a cheetah after saying that. During this period of time, his strength had improved a lot. The elixirs and medicinal liquids given to him by Yang Wu had helped him improve in all aspects. It would not be long before he could break through to the advanced heavenly fish realm. Now, the old man was full of fighting spirit. Bai Luoyun and the 5 proud swords were originally here to hone themselves. They were unwilling to fall behind and also joined the battle team to fight against the evil demons. At this moment, dozens of demonic shadows with dense evil chi appeared in the sky above the City of Redemption. They were the little devil saints from the various nefarious demon clans, and also the top forces of the nefarious demon clans. Brothers, today, let us slaughter all the humans to our heart's content and make this place our territory, a minor devil saint shouted. We've been waiting for this day for a long time. Let's join forces and destroy them, another minor devil saint said. Suddenly, countless demonic auras shrouded the sky above the City of Redemption. Terrifying forces fell from the sky. These forces were like natural disasters that had the power to destroy heaven and earth, frightening the people in the City of Redemption. At this moment, a majestic chi fluctuated in the City of Redemption. More than 20 minor saints appeared and blocked the evil forces. A mighty man with a green pagoda body faced the fiends and shouted, "You fiends just won't give up. Today, I'll kill all of you." The green pagoda floated. Thousands of green light turned into blades and crazily attacked the fiends. An old man with an unprepossessing appearance glared angrily with round eyes. Behind him, an angry Buddha flashed and struck out with an extremely powerful force. That dense anger was the legendary anger martial way. Anger overflowed, and corpses littered the field. The other minor saints had different types of battle chi. They were all experts from the war clan and could fight against those with a higher level. They weren't afraid of these fiends. Yang Yuanshun also appeared with the other 2 leaders. After the evil chi in their souls was expelled, their minds were clearer and their combat strength was more extraordinary. The battle between minor saints was earth-shattering. When one looked up, one would feel that the world was about to be destroyed. Just as the fiends were attacking the humans, the fire-corroding demon clan was being invaded by the humans. After Yongwu was beaten into the lava river, he crushed the jade tube and attracted Xing Baiyan and the others. It turned out that Yang Ba, Shu Yujun, and Yang Jinlong, who were fighting fiercely with the corroding flame demons, had quickly retreated. They had received Yongwu's warning and knew that Yongwu would definitely have a way to escape, so they did not bother with these corroding flame demons. If they wanted to retreat, the fire-corroding demons wouldn't be able to stop them. Even the minor devil saints couldn't stop them. After they left, Xing Baiyan, LV Jiayan, Xing Lai, and the others flew over on the snake-shaped battleship. This was a minor saint battleship. Its attack power was quite strong. As long as there were enough mystic spirit stones, it could unleash its power. Even a minor devil saint couldn't get close to it. Xing Baiyan stood on the head of the snake in the center and looked at the lava river. He could feel the intense firepower there. His eyes glowed. He licked his lips and said, "The fire-corroding fire seed must be here. Seventh young master, there are a lot of fire-corroding demons here. We have to be careful." Ichio reminded Xing Baiyan, "There's nothing to be afraid of. If they dare to come, we'll just annihilate them all." Xing Baiyan said confidently. In order to obtain the minor saint fire seed, he had spent a lot of effort to get this battleship from his old ancestor. Its attack and defense were unparalleled. He believed that the fire-corroding demons wouldn't be able to do anything to it. Just as he finished speaking, one of the minor devil saints' fire-corroding demons attacked. "Despicable humans, how dare you invade? Slap them to death." The minor devil saint roared. This minor devil saint's name was Sherbian. His status in the fire-corroding demon clan wasn't low. He was the eldest son of the fire-corroding demon patriarch and was already a peak elementary minor devil saint. "Insolent!" Ichio, who was standing beside Xing Baiyan, shouted. Just as Ichio was about to block the attack, Xing Baiyan waved his hand and said, "There's no need for Elder E to make a move. My battleship is enough." In the next moment, he pressed his hand on the snake head of the battleship and channeled his energy into the battleship. Intertwining energy rose into the air and enveloped the battleship. When the fire-corroding demon Saint's palm came slamming down, it was forcefully blocked. Bang! The battleship merely swayed a few times, but it wasn't damaged in the slightest. Everyone on the battleship was unharmed. "Haha, your fire-corroding demon Saint's strength is only SOSO." Xing Baiyan laughed excitedly. Then he slapped the snake head again. A terrifying light burst out from the snake head. It was a terrifying serpent, directly targeting the fire-corroding demon saint. Serpent Devour. This was the battleship's killing formation, and it wasn't any weaker than a minor saint's attack. Sherbian looked at the incoming serpent and formed several fire seals, forming a sea of fire that slammed into the serpent's attack. However, he had underestimated the serpent's strength. The impact forced him back 1,000 zhong. Sherbian's expression turned ugly. He roared towards the sky, and a large number of fire-corroding demons rushed over from all directions, bombarding the battleship with earth-shattering attacks. Rumble, rumble. Wave after wave of fire pearls slammed into the battleship. Loud explosions rang in everyone's ears, but the battleship remained unharmed. Xing Baiyan's smile grew even more complacent. In the next moment, he slapped down 3 snake heads and roared, "Annihilate all of you." The 3 snake heads unleashed 3 serpents that were several thousand zhong long, charging towards the fire-corroding demons in all directions. The serpent's strength was tyrannical. Wherever they went, the fire-corroding demons would be reduced to ashes. Despicable humans, what are the other elders standing there for? Kill these humans together. Sherbian roared. In the next moment, 3 minor devil saints appeared. 2 of them exuded auras that were even stronger than Sherbian. They were none other than the fire-corroding demon elders. "How dare you act so presumptuously in my clan's territory? You deserve to die." One of the minor devil saints roared. He raised a strange-looking battle weapon and attacked the battleship. Raging flames turned into lightning, reaching the battleship in an instant. Blazing lightning strike. The other minor devil saints didn't stay idle. Since the other party had attacked their nest, it wouldn't be right if they didn't go all out. Ichio, who was on the battleship, also joined the battle. He wasn't an ordinary minor saint, but a high-level minor saint. With his strength alone, he could fight against the two strongest minor devil saints. All of you, go out and protect me. I'm going to charge into the lava river. Xing Baiyan said, and charged into the lava river with a halberd in his hand. LV Jiaoyan, Xing Lai, and the other generals moved, forcing the other fire-corroding demons away, opening a path for Xing Baiyan. However, the fire-corroding demons weren't to be trifled with. When all of them moved out, it still caused a lot of trouble for Xing Baiyan and the others. At the bottom of the lava river, the temperature was terrifying. Even a heavenly realm expert would die if they landed here. Yang Wu was protected by blue demoness, and his entire body was covered in a layer of blue fire armor. It blocked the fire from the lava and could not hurt him at all. Blue demoness was also crazily absorbing the energy here. It was like a bottomless pit that needed large amounts of fire to strengthen itself. Blue demoness already had a trace of intelligence. It was happily absorbing the energy here, but it still didn't forget to find the energy it needed. Yang Wu rushed towards the direction blue demoness pointed at. The lava river couldn't stop him at all. However, he didn't go far before he found a shiny crystal. He reached out his hand and grabbed a floating crystal in his hand. Then he said happily, "Fire crystal stone." Fire crystal stone was a material for refining weapons. It was also the energy crystal that martial artists who cultivated fire xianqi liked. Refining it into a weapon could increase the level of the weapon. Refining its power could increase one xianqi, and there was a chance to condense true fire. It wasn't easy for many martial artists who cultivated fire xianqi to condense true fire. Most of them had to use external items to fuse with their bodies. Only then could they form their own true fire. This fire crystal stone had this ability. Yang Wu took a closer look and found that there were quite a lot of fire crystal stones here. He continued to work and soon obtained dozens of fire crystal stones. He was quite satisfied. Just as he was about to plunder, he suddenly felt two beams of light fall on him. His whole body shivered, and a sense of fear arose spontaneously. Yang Wu looked down and opened his soul eyes. He broke through the layers of barriers and saw an extremely large corrosive flame demon sitting cross-legged under the lava. It was staring at him with its eyes wide open. There was a bewitching flame dancing between its eyebrows. It was like the sun, heart-corroding fire seed.